What's sleeping, my citizens? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and hope you're all having the most Friday of days. It is I, Lake Mojave, here joined with Dorothy, and we are, after, this has been on the poll rotation for Fridays for basically half of this year so far. But it's finally here. The people have finally spoken that they want some fucking Citizen Sleeper too. This has been one that I think Dorothy especially has been super excited for me to stream. You've been more invested in this happening than you were for Claire Obscure, I think.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, basically once Nier Automata ended, I'm like, okay, fuck it. I got Claire Obscure on lock now. We're only doing that now. And this one took a while for people to accept. It literally, we got to this big point where the stream schedule cleared up. The poll games are kind of thinning out. People are like, okay, we'll do Citizen Sleeper. But it's cool. Hello Turtle and hello Tara. How are you guys doing today? Let me just double check. I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do for this. There's a part of the reason I don't look at like my view count or anything like that is it makes me very self-conscious. I start like worrying about like how well I'm doing or whatever. And it's not a great habit for me.
Yeah, I just have that shit turned off. I don't even know how to turn it back on.
But I am looking at the Citizen Sleeper 2 category on Twitch to see what streams there are and see how we're doing in comparison to all of them. There is literally only one, and it's us. That's what I thought.
We're winning!
We're winning, guys! Yay! Oh my god. Tara is currently tipsy and hiding from company. That rules. And Smallest Turtle ate some ice cream. Fuck, I wish I ate some ice cream. Damn. I'm so jealous. Fuck. Can I have some ice cream? Turtle, can I have some ice cream too, please? Can you give me some ice cream? I'd like some. Let me get the game actually set up really fast. Instead of talking over... Oh, let me get my PNGs out of here. Oh, hey, game capture works. Fuck yes. I don't think it would survive shipping. Ever heard of a freezer? Duh. So yeah, let me let's check. Like, here's our game. Dot, how would you like synopsize this? What are we getting into here?
You are an artificially created human, programmed with the consciousness of a living person. In order and leased out to a company in order to do labor. And you want to escape that.
Awesome. So, y'all ever seen Blade Runner? You know how like there is this in the Blade Runner movies. There's the like distant looming presence of like off-world colonies and labor, and like that's a big part of the replicant storyline in those movies. We are focusing on that basically. Concrete After Rain says, "Tip, you can kill people for fun and no one will stop you." Is that true, Dot?
Just like in general? Or?
Like in general, yeah.
Probably not.
Okay. Alright, looks like my frame rate's pretty bad again. It's kind of like this kind of happens every time. I gotta say, love this game's like aesthetic and color palette. This rules. So difficulty. Let's see, tutorials on. We're gonna keep it that way. Safe for those focused on the story. Low risk option. Broken dice. Let's see. Risky. The intended difficulty for those happy to be challenged. I'll probably go with this. Broken dice cannot be used. Standard stress tolerance. Death incurs a significant permanent penalty. Ooh, interesting. Dangerous. For experienced players who want an unforgiving challenge with no second chances. Death is permanent in this. Depending on how obsessed with this game I might be, maybe I'll go back and play it this way, but we're going to do risky for now. Alright, ooh, we already, and, you know, in classic CRPG fashion, we just immediately get dumped onto a complicated stat sheet. Let's fucking go. I love this art style so much. Oh my god, look at all those robot bits. Holy shit, that's so cool. I really need to, it's really too bad that Terra's, like, sneaking in and out of watching this right now because Tara's doing like a whole bunch of like
Tara like this,
yeah, like cyberpunk art and stuff right now, looking at like cybernetics, everything. The last piece he did especially, but he would really enjoy this. He'd like this piece too. So let's see. Machinist. Machinist sleepers are built to repair and modify automated systems used in corporate resource extraction. Machinists are very skilled engineers, but their isolated work means they often struggle with tasks requiring a direct approach or social engagement. Their focus skill allows them to focus on a single task and boost their dice to excel in it. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured people. So, I will usually, in like basically any CRPG, I will usually go for speech or anything like that. What if I took a different approach this time? What if I was a bit more of a social character? Operator. Operator sleepers are built to work with drones and remote machines over local networks to perform corporate resource extraction from a distance. Operators have expertise in working with interfaces and computer systems, but are more physically fragile than other sleepers. Their reboot skill allows them to hack their own systems to reroll dice, a risky but potentially powerful move. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people.
I played an operator.
Nice. Or an extractor. Extractor sleepers are built to work at the coal face of corporate resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Extractors have a high level of physical endurance, but their confidence means they struggle with tasks requiring intuition. Their rally skill allows them to motivate those in their team, boosting their crew dice. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self-sufficient, and have a high level of endurance. So this is like our physical build, I guess. Oh, hang on. Do I have control? Does my controller work with this? Oh, it does. Interesting. Let's see how this goes for now. Machinist. I'm interested in I'm interested in machinist. That could be cool. Operator, this is normally what I would pick, but I want to see a slightly different route than you got. And this also seems pretty neat in general. So it looks like we got good engineer, no engage, and pretty bad endure, and okay everything else. How does that put us compared to this? Okay, this has no endure and barely any engineer. Okay, I see. Just trying to get a look at like what my strengths and weaknesses are. Here we go. All right, let's fucking get into it. That wasn't as complicated as I thought. Just pick a class. All right, everybody. Hey, actually, real quick, let me. We're gonna find settings. Oh, hang on. Hey, Dr. Fish. Oh my God, thanks for 37 months. Holy fuck! Thanks for so much for popping in. Also, so sorry, Concrete. Oh wait, no, I did say hi to you earlier, but the bright yellow and black is a great aesthetic. The substance really slapped that one out of the water. I was comparing this to Cyberpunk Edge Runners when I first laid eyes on it. Like, especially the intro to that one. Fucking loves black and yellow. Turtle says, I watched Holotones play the first Citizen Sleeper, and I liked it a lot, so I'm interested in seeing the second. Dot, thanks for 35 months of Tier 1's 1 resubscription. That might start a hype train, and it looks like we only need one more new sub before we break my 90 sub goal. So, anyone, now's a good time to get in on that, if you want to be so niceys. Oh good, we get cryptocurrency. Boo! Dot, thanks for gifting one. That wasn't gonna trigger a hype train, but I appreciate you gifting to Concrete. Goal. Yeah, that is the goal. Thank you so much. Oh, hell yeah. Yay! Rick. I think we just gotta deal with this for now. Alright. And everyone, since this is this game's got a lot of text in it, means you're gonna hear a whole lot of me reading narration. So you know what voice that means. In the moment before waking, the dark space before conscious thought, you struggle to find the pieces of yourself. Usually, these pieces come with a particular cadence, each appearing sequentially, like the boot process of an old terminal. First, your body, artificial, compromised, but relaying sense data all the same. Then its context, the breeze of air filtration, the soft contact of your birth in 0G. Then emotion, coming into focus, coming into your body, bringing with it that first instinct, the one that has framed your past 100 cycles, fear. But that familiar sequence does not arrive. Instead, you are unmoored in space, your body distant, your context silent, even your emotions somehow obscured and scattered. Among all that disarray, only one familiar thing arrives: the fear. It is a scrambled, panic fear. The drowning fear, the falling fear, the fear that makes you reach desperately for any stable point. It is the fear that tells you something is wrong. Something is very wrong with you. Wake up, sleeper.
Sleeper!
The voice is whispered in your ear, an act that makes you suddenly aware of your head, pulsing in pain, your body rigid with tension. Sleeper, a familiar name. A mind copied, emulated, a body built, implanted. One person sleeping until their debt is worked away. Their double being made to work, to be consumed, and eventually to be destroyed. A proxy, an emulation, a sleeper. That is what you are. But you escaped. You remember that now. Broke free of your corporate creators. S&ARP, S&ARP, in search of a future. You cannot remember the details of your escape, but you know the fear has been with you ever since. All of a sudden, you remember you have eyes, and your eyes flicker open. Hello. Hi. Yeah, I remember you did call this character. I did not think she'd show up right away, but okay. Pale eyes and a pale face. Lane. The name comes with its own specific sensation of fear, one you recoil from instinctively.
Sorry to interrupt,
A sharp smirk.
but this ends here.
You search your mind for more than a name.
Is this how you reward me for my generosity?
Lane is leaning over your horizontal, floating body, looking down into your eyes.
I took you in, protected you, gave you a purpose.
You try to look away, to the corners of your vision, to find something you understand. Your body does not respond.
But I suppose that wasn't enough.
He reaches into the pocket of his jacket and retrieves a small vial.
This wasn't enough.
The vial glitters. This object you know, and have known for a long time. Stabilizer. The drug that keeps your artificial body, your emulated mind, from inevitable decay. The only balm for your planned obsolescence. The liquid rolling in the vial fills you with disgust. Lane pockets the vial.
But it would be wasted on you now. After what you have done to this body of yours.
He looks at you with a palpable disgust. Lane's eyes scan your body, and as they do, you become aware of the wires and tubes attached to you. Those that were meant to free you from your dependence, from the stabilizer and the control it grants Lane.
They are free, you piece of shit! They don't need you anymore!
The voice comes from somewhere behind Lane's head. It is a voice you know, but when you search your mind to try to understand why, you find only dizzying darkness.
Shut him up.
Lane barks the command, and you hear the sounds of impact, of pain, from elsewhere in the room. You try to move your limbs again, and this time you feel a flicker, the twitch of a finger. You feel the extension and compression of your synthetic muscle. What the fuck? Oh, there we go.
Free, are you?
Lane smirks.
You were free when I disabled your tracker, when I gave you the stabilizer you needed.
He scans your body with angry eyes.
Now you aren't free. You're just broken. I had such big plans for you, Sleeper. I invested in you.
Lane grips your arm hand and you feel a jolt of reaction. You will the arm to move.
But you have ruined all that.
Lane speaks louder, over the sound of the struggle behind him.
I will try to preserve your body, of course. I have my own uses for it, but your emulation?
You feel one of his hands searching behind your head. He finds and grips the thick cable running into the port at the base of your skull.
I will burn that out.
Lane jerks forward, slamming across your body, then spinning away out of sight. You feel yourself rolling, the cables plugged into you, looping and wrapping around your limbs. Then you feel hands steadying you, pulling cables. You glance around wildly and see someone diligently unplugging you. You meet his eyes.
Hey!
He waves a hand in your dazed face.
We need to move. Lane won't be out long.
He unloops a cable from around your wrist.
Sleeper, help me out here.
You blink, slowly. Do you know this person? He leans over you, and you feel his hands on the connector, flipping switches, releasing locks.
Come on.
He tugs the connector clear and pulls you up. You see the room you are in for the first time, filled with tech and terminals, wires waving everywhere, all lit by big windows looking out on an impossibly bright, screen-filled street beyond. In the corner, you see the dark shape of a floating body surrounded by a glittering constellation of crimson baubles. Is that blood?
Is that blood?
Move!
You are wrestled and shoved towards the door, which slides open in front of you, and then you are out in all that brightness, all that movement, gliding hard towards some unknown destination. Woo! You come to a stop in a dark alley. The one who guided you here is pausing to catch his breath. He doubles over beside a massive life support unit that sends a lukewarm breeze across your skin. You stare at him, trying to recall anything about him. You notice his tattered jacket, his lightweight clothes. You remember the station runs hot, something about the power that flows through the place. He looks up and meets your eye.
What's going on, Sleeper?
He wipes sweat from his forehead and it floats away in a storm of spears.
Talk to me.
Who was that? You see a concerned frown cross his face.
Lane?
He blinks a few times.
You're asking who Lane is?
He comes closer, eyeing you carefully.
What station are we on?
He narrows his eyes, waits for the answer. You close your eyes, trying to recall. You force your way through the dark to the image of a station, no, a city, growing at the back of a vast set of hexagonal solar cells, shadowed by them. You open your eyes. Dark side. The word leaves your mouth like an exhale, an instinct. Before you heard yourself sound it out, you didn't know it was there. He sighs.
And me. Who am I?
You see something like fear in his eyes, panic perhaps. You stare hard at his face, the slight upturn of his mouth, the intensity of his stare. Nothing comes. He closes his eyes and drops his head, putting a hand to his temple.
The reboot.
He is speaking quietly to himself.
Plan to interrupt the process, and
He lifts his head and stares at you.
we need to get going. We need to leave.
He turns and kicks off down the alley.
Come on. Ray can't be far.
Darkside, sprawling urban station. As you are led through the passages and serviceways of the station, you try to recall your life here. The texture, the temperature of Darkside feels familiar, but you struggle to pin specific memories to it. Focusing hard, you recall waking up in these passages, cycle after cycle. The rhythms of the station flowing over you along with the crowds. You recall desperation and the slow decay of your body that caused it. Then Lane, those pale eyes, offer you a glittering vial. Stabilizer. The promise of supplying more for your work. A deal he locked you into like a cage. Then your memory fails you. But in the dark beyond that moment, the residue of panic, of fear, remains. You were Lane's prisoner. Lane's plaything. You shudder in the cold passage.
Wait.
Your guide holds up a hand, and you stop your glide using the wall. Ahead, you see the tunnel opens up into a wide open bay, with a few doors leading to cylindrical tunnels. The docks.
They're watching the rig.
He nods towards the docks, and you see one of the doors is a couple figures flanking it. One covered in ornate tattoos, the other with bright silver implants along their cheekbones.
Utspo. Lane's guys.
He looks at you and shakes his head in frustration.
All this... It's not coming back to you, is it?
Something catches your eye, and you see he is playing with a coin, nervously turning it over and over in his fingers. He sees you looking and slips it away. He places a hand on his chest.
I'm Seraphin, alright?
He looks pained when he speaks.
Lane, he was our captor, both of us. We did this so we could escape. We needed to reboot you, to break your dependence on Stabilizer.
He pauses.
You know what that is, right?
You nod, meekly.
But Lane interrupted me back there. The reboot didn't complete it.
He sighs and shakes his head.
We can still make this work.
He looks back at the docks.
I'll lead them away. You get the docking bridge open again. If we make it to the rig, I know how to get us in. Got that?
He searches your face for a sign of recognition. What's the rig? Seraphin looks annoyed.
Ship. Our ship. Or at least it soon will be. Lane assigned it to us when we were on jobs for him. Get that door open.
He pats you on the shoulder.
I know you can do this.
Seraphin kicks off hard and glides into the docks.
Over here, shitheads!
He bellows at the guards as he barrels through. They immediately push off from the wall, giving chase. Oh, tutorial! During scenes, you may encounter skill checks. Like the dice actions you will encounter later, skill checks can have positive, neutral, or negative outcome. The better the rating of your skill, the more likely you will succeed on a check. The odds of success are displayed when you select the check. Okay. So... can't really hack the door, but... we can break the seal, probably. We got 50%, we got more positive. We got no negative on this one. So... positive outcome. No stress. You shift to the central access panel and wrench it open. It only takes a moment to understand the mechanism, and you reach in and snap the locking access, the door popping open with a hiss. Alright, 1 second, please. I just found out how to do this. Let me do large text so people can read it. People watching can read it, I mean. Anything else? No graphic settings? Cool. I'm trying to see if I can, if there's like a VSync I could turn on or off, because that might help with like some of the frame issues.
Go, go!
Seraphin flies past you, through the doorway, into the docking tunnel. You turn to see the two guards approaching fast across the docks, and quickly glide after Seraphin. Seraphin is already at the rig's door, inputting an entry code. The rig's door scissors open, and you both rush inside.
Quickly!
Seraphin grabs you by the arm and drags you up into the cockpit, the ship's layout hazy in your mind. He dumps you in a flight seat and straps himself into his own. You see him tap a series of buttons as he does, talking to himself.
Come on, come on!
The rig's drive rumbles into life, and Seraphin slams a button on the console. You feel the force of the ship's acceleration as it pulls away. Yeah! And we escaped! The rig. As the ship glides into place at the connecting bridge, its automatic systems nudged there by the port's docking protocols, you feel a sense of relief. I should probably take a break and look at chat really fast. Where's my mouse? Hey, Mars Tentacles, how you doing? Durandrin says hanging out, watching the stream with my cat, so everyone be on good behavior. Everyone says I'm gonna teach your cat how to commit crimes. Yeah, cats already know how to do that. You got no problem. Hey, Moon of Ghosts, how you doing?
How are y'all liking my voices so far, by the way?
Yeah, it's I thought the Wayne was pretty good. I knew that there was gonna be a lot of narration in this, and I was like, this feels like an inappropriate game to do my narrator voice that I do in every other game that we do.
There is way too much prose.
There is way too much. Imagine if I read every single line like, as the ship glides into place on the connecting bridge, it's automatic. Like the cadence that I read that would extend this stream by another hour. Also, it would be a pain in the ass and it would sound super annoying over an extended period of time.
Yeah, because it definitely doesn't sound annoying as it is now.
Of course not. No, it doesn't. I'm just pressing my buttons. Doesn't look like any of these do anything yet. Yippee! Seraphim burn. I'm just like seeing what my buttons do, if anything.
Not much.
Seraphim burned hard on the dark side, and you dropped in and out of consciousness in your seat as the rig made its way across the belt. But now, with open space between you and Lane, you feel fresher, more awake. Seraphim breaks the silence.
We're good, Sleeper.
His eyes don't leave the monitor, and you realize this part of your escape is routine for him. You and he must have docked this ship countless times in your work for Lane. The problem is, you don't remember any of them.
We made it.
He whispers, closing his eyes and letting out a sigh. We, certainly did. When the memory disorders. He turns, and you see a pained look in his face, as if remembering something difficult. Have you said this exact same thing to him before, in this same situation? Are you okay? He looks at you, chewing one side of his lip, searching your face.
Not really.
He puffs. Seraphim reaches up, flicking through a set of switches in a practiced fashion, completing the shutdown. You watch, a little frustrated with your own uselessness. Running the rig, right now, your uselessness to me. When it comes to what we do, your uselessness. Running the rig, you realize, is just another thing you've forgotten. A clunk that runs through the walls of the ship is followed by a short percussive alarm tone from the pilot's console. Docking complete. Seraphim kicks off from his seat, twisting as he glides past you towards the back of the cockpit. His hands find the rails on either side of the door, and he pauses, facing the corridor beyond. He turns back to you, backlit in cold cyan.
We need a plan.
He glances around.
Lane's not gonna let us slip away quietly.
We need to talk. Seraphim furrows his brow.
Not now, Sleeper. We need to forget it.
He flinches, the words coming out wrong.
We need to focus on something other than...
He pauses again, unsure.
Us.
He sighs.
We need to survive this thing first, then maybe we can talk.
Fine by me. Seraphim nods, but the tension remains.
We've bought ourselves some time.
He glances through the cockpit window at the blinking lights of the station.
You may not remember export, but I do. There are plenty of opportunities here for us, if we can keep our heads down.
He turns back to the corridor.
That's what we'll do.
He pushes off and glides towards the main lock, and you follow, pulling yourself along hand over hand in 0G.
We've already emptied that tank on this thing.
He slaps a hand against the ship's insides.
So we need to refuel, and that won't be cheap. But if you and I know one thing, Sleeper, it's how to work. I'm getting myself reacquainted. See if I can turn up any old connections. People that might throw us an easy contract.
He glances back over his shoulder.
You stay out of trouble.
Low profile. Got it. Seraphin stopped at the airlock.
Stopping the reboot halfway through.
He pulls a worn crew jacket from a locker and starts pulling it on.
We don't know what that did to you.
He jams an arm into his sleeve.
I don't want you passing out and...
Don't baby me. Seraphin shoots you a glare.
Fine.
He grabs another crew jacket and thrusts it at you.
Just put the damn boat up, will you?
You take it and slip it on. Thank you.
I didn't necessarily pick up on the subtext in my first time playing, but these two were definitely like a thing before the reboot, right?
He's talking to me. He's talking to us like we're his ex. It's interesting.
It's kind of a 51st State situation.
Yeah, kinda. Tarindrin says, "Ooh, fun voice you have for them." Are you talking about the narrator, Dot's voice for Seraphin, or my voice for the sleeper? Either way, thanks. Or thanks on behalf of Dot. Everard Cynical says, "I do want to give a shout out to how pretty the backgrounds of this game are." I was gonna point out some part of the art direction, but the background in like the 3D backgrounds are like, honestly, I don't know if I would prefer them being in 3D or if they were drawn like in the character art style, which is very good, but I do like it. I like the aesthetic, and I like that I honestly think this game is very solid with just character portraits and like it's basically a little diorama of where we are. It's very good for letting the text carry the imagination. But this character art style, I was gonna say, it looks like, is this studio associated with the guys behind RimWorld at all, or is this the same artist who did the characters for RimWorld? Because it looks very similar. It looks like the game that I thought RimWorld was going to be, but then wasn't. RimWorld does not really interest me. It's really too bad.
It doesn't look like it.
Oh, interesting.
No. Yeah. Nah, it's not the same people.
Not the same people.
Yeah.
But it could be the same artist though. Just happen to take their talents to different studios. But probably not.
No, it's a different artist.
Cool. All right. Oh, Tarindrin says the sleeper voice. Thank you. Seraphin nods. He stabs at the button to open the lock. The inner door hisses open, and Seraphin glides through.
Wait for a little bit, then leave. Anyone looking for us will be looking for two people traveling together.
He looks at you in your worn crew jacket, a limited disguise for what is clearly a sleeper.
We meet back here later. Any trouble? Same thing. Meet here.
He surveys your disguise again and shakes his head.
This is a shitty idea.
He gives you one last look.
Maybe find yourself something to eat.
Suddenly, you recognize Seraphin's instinct to look after you. A flash of a relationship, now lost to the reboot. Concrete says, I might end up leaving the stream and playing myself. Okay, 1, I'm glad you're playing the game. 2, you don't have to leave. You can listen to the Citizen Sleeper 2 audiobook. It's fine. You can do both. Parallel play with us. Honestly, I love it when people parallel play with us. It fucking rules.
Catch.
Seraphin throws a handful of something towards you. You manage to grab the projectiles, and when you open your hand, you see a stack of cryochits.
Those should get you some food. We'll eat some more for fuel and supplies.
He grimaces.
That means odd jobs on the station for both of us.
Seraphin kicks off and glides down the docking bridge.
Don't go too far, alright?
He shouts as he leaves.
Take it slow.
Concrete says the voices are compelling. Also, thank you. And thank you on behalf of Dot also. Evard says my wife is parallel playing Sims right now, which is a hilarious opposite vibe to this. Yeah, Sims is like the opposite of Citizen Sleeper. Sims is all about being comfy and like having free will, which your character does not. In this one, neither you nor your character have free will. And with that, he is gone. Leaving the connecting bridge and heading into Hexport's docking concourse. You wait for a moment in silence. Think about Seraphin. It's hard to know what's going on inside Seraphin's head. Here he is, on some hapless escape plan with a friend who can't remember a thing about him. You try to imagine how close you both must have been for him to agree to this thing, but it is painful to think about. That's all gone now anyway. All you can do is move on. You shake the thoughts from your head and pull the jacket tight. Let's see what Hexport has to offer. You kick off and glide into port. Oh, I thought we were gonna get more. Ooh, look at this. Hey, Legally a Bastard. Yeah, we straight up sleeping in this stream, it's true. Welcome to Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. The game runs in cycles during which you can perform actions with your dice, use cryo to buy food, fuel, supplies, and items, progress clocks towards new scenes and events. You can review tutorials at any time in the guide section of the pause menu. Select this location with D-pad and an X, scroll the station with left stick, rotate the view with right stick. Oh yeah, baby, it's not backgrounds, it's a fully 3D station. Okay, no, I like this. It's cool, it's good. Oh yeah, baby. Can you rotate here? Yeah, rotate the thing. We can only rotate it on the X plane, though, which is okay, it's fine, don't need to be complex. Okay, export docks, export exchange, or the rig, your refuge in the belt. Let's see. Machinist. There's our character. Welcome to the character screen. Here you can upgrade and configure your sleeper. On the left, you can upgrade your skills to improve the skill modifier applied to your dice when you undertake an action. To the right, you can upgrade your push, the unique ability of your class. When upgrading your push, only one upgrade at each level can be active at once. You can configure which upgrade is active only while at a hub. Okay, we have no points. Yeah, no, this game's cool. This game's neat. No active drives, no completed drives. Very cool. Ooh, we got a belt map, but it's currently unavailable. Very sad. Get that thing out of here. Yeah, all right. Let's go to the docks. In Citizen Sleeper 2, you perform actions by assigning action dice to them. The higher dice you assign, the more likely you will succeed at an action. Your dice is supposed to be modified by your skill. Your skill modifier for the action is displayed on the right and will reduce or increase the value of the dice assigned to the action. Like skill checks, dice actions have 3 outcomes: positive, negative, and neutral. Each action is also rated as safe, risky, or dangerous based on the outcomes it has. The more dangerous an action is, the more significant both its rewards and consequences are. For more information on dice actions, check the guide section of the pause menu. Yay! Tabletop role-playing system legalese. Fuck yes. Okay. So, let's see. It says assign dice. How many fucking dice do we have, though? We can chat to crews. There are plenty of crews milling around the docks and moving cargo. They could be a good source of info. However, we cannot engage with them. Oopsie. But Intuit. What's our Intuit looking like? I can't look at my sheet right now. That's too bad. Hexport's docks are a dizzying mess of braided cables and flickering signage, filled with busy spacers. Exploring is both thrilling and intimidating. Oh, I see. We got dice up here. Interesting. Okay. I'm just trying to see what all these do. No, not what I wanted. There we go. There's a possibility of a negative outcome, but it's more weighted towards positive or neutral. All right. Here we go. All right, you just progressed a clock. Clocks track your progress towards both positive events before performing. All right, look at that. Action complete. All right, now we're halfway on Hexport connections. The Hexport docks from life. There are contacts to be made here. You are sure of it. The sleeper is going to be the Vertigo Haver by the end of this world map exploration. I mean, everything below the rig is just space. So I don't know. It's not less of a fear of heights and more of a fear of the infinite beyond. Which, I mean, we're in space. Kind of had to leave that out the door. I don't think yeah, we're missing the engage skill.
Yeah, so you see how it works, right?
Yeah.
So skills you're good at, you get bonuses to. Skills you're bad at, you get debuffs to.
Oh, I can just run this one again.
Yes, it's a repeatable action.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, great. Come on. Nice, positive outcome. Hexport experts. Nice. Action unavailable. Action unavailable.
Yeah,
all right.
You filled up your gauge, though. See.
Circle to continue. As you were gliding across the docking concourse, you hear a scuffle. The noise of raised voices cuts through the conversation, drifting out of the dockside shops. Glancing down an alley, you see a huddle of figures shouting back and forth. You spot one man in the middle of the group, surrounded, pushing the others back as they grab at the bag slung over his shoulder. You don't like the way this looks, but then again, Seraphim told you to keep your head down. Cause a distraction. I like their look so far. What do you think? Most likely outcome is that nothing happens.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Most likely is there's a neutral outcome.
Which is nothing happens, right?
No.
Oh, okay. You look around for something that could break up the fight, and see the thick cooling pipes running down the alley wall. Running down the alley wall. You quickly try to understand the system, and choose a valve to start spinning. As you do, the system begins to vent in sequence down the alley, violent jets randomly bursting into the air. There's a scramble in the alley, and you spot the figure who is being attacked drop down to the alley floor. Then, your vision instantly fills with pale liquid as a jet of coolant jumps out nearby, missing you, but sending you spinning in 0G. After a few moments, you manage to steady yourself. As you do, you see a clear alley, the assailants having fled, with one figure gliding towards you. I suppose you think that was clever. The man gives you a severe look. You like to break up fights you didn't start? He laughs. Belt's gonna eat you up. He shifts the large bat.
The stream stopped streaming to me.
Oh, 1 second. Let me fix that.
Oh, yeah, there we go. It's back.
Wild. Interesting. He shifts the large bags on his shoulder, weightless but unwieldy, in 0G. How about some thanks? The man's eyebrows shoot up. You think I needed you back there? He tuts. You're the weirdest one I've met, that's for sure. You watch the man go, and then, after a moment, he stops and turns back. What's that?
It happened again. The stream just stopped.
What the fuck? Okay, let me restart it to you. Stream looks fine on OBS side, which is good.
Yeah.
Legally, a bastard says I want to chew him. I mean, look at him. You watch the man go, and then, after a moment, he stops and turns back. He rubs his forehead, looking down as he does. What is your deal anyway? He sighs. Maybe you are new here, but Hexport is no place for do-gooders. Can I... Is my controller not working again? Okay, there we go. I know what it's like. To get beat up? The man shakes his head. Export's got real rough. Look, let's not hang it around, alright? The man pats his chest. I'm Femi. He unshoulders one of the bags and pushes it towards you. Make yourself useful. Let's head. You get the strap.
Okay.
1 second. There we go. You get the strap. You get the strap of the bag over your shoulder and follow him through the docks, gliding past the concourse towards the connecting bridges. He cuts down a side passage, looking back to check you are following. Then he stops at a docking bridge connecting to a dull green ship with yellow markings. You look out the viewing window at its odd catamaran-like shape, seemingly built from 2 separate hulls welded together. Symbol crash, he says, and you assume that's the ship's name. Hello. Hi, Naya. You want her dot, or should I take her?
You can take her.
Yeah. Femi, bringing in strays? A young woman, brightly dressed, and stretching as she glides, drifts into the passage. She glances at you. No offense. Naya? Femi shakes his head. This one... He squeezes your shoulder. Help me fend off some Hexport scum, while you were busy sunning yourself. Naya raises an eyebrow. I'm sure you can handle him, big brother. Her glib response hides the flash of concern that passes across her face. You can't tell what Femi noticed. Naya turns to you. Thanks. She smiles sweetly. And I am sorry for my brother. She shoots him a glance. Just in general. Naya, Femi murmurs. Enough now. He reaches over and takes the bag you were carrying. Naya rolls her eyes at you, but stays silent. GamerGirl849 says, I only got here like 5 minutes ago. Is everyone in this game this attractive? Kinda yeah, is the thing. I didn't say anything because I wanted to focus on the atmosphere and Dot's performance, but Lane could get it, though. Being in space makes you hotter? I mean, yeah.
Nia is kind of my type.
That's why I asked if you wanted to voice her, because I'm like, yeah, Dot probably likes her. to be real, like, look at her. Seen a lot of hello, ma'am. People really like Nia and Femi. Factory Row wouldn't take these. Femi hefts the bags. I'm gonna load them back up. Maybe we'll find a use for them. He turns back to you. Thanks for your assist, sleeper. He nods firmly. Not what I expected. He slaps the button for the bridge door and kicks off along the docking bridge on his way to the symbol crash. Nia looks at you with raised eyebrows. I hope my brother was joking? Or did you really help him? It was nothing. Humble and a hero, she laughs. Thank you. She looks back at the ship. My brother needs help more than he admits. What do you mean? She tenses. I don't know if... She smiles a tight smile. I shouldn't have said anything. She pauses, thinking. I want to ask you something. She takes a deep breath, then gives you a direct look. What is she building up to? Are you looking for a crew? She looks away. Sorry to be direct, but you seem like... Well, if you were on a Hexport, maybe you are with a crew. She stops herself. I mean, maybe your crew needs crew. Maybe you are looking? Why do you ask? Neo looks back at the ship, then at you. Look, I'll be honest. Being on a crew with my brother is nice, but he is suffocating me. She frowns at her own bluntness. I'm not a kid anymore, you know? But he still sees me like one. She shrugs. I want to show him I can handle myself. I need experience. I need to run some contracts. She gives you a determined look. What do you say? Should I ask your brother feels like the wrong thing to say? I'll think about it. What do you think about that?
No. You do whatever you think is right.
I'll think about it. I'm a good salvager, all right. You can use me. She smiles. I can spot things, find gaps, ways in. She folds her arms across her chest. I know what I'm doing. Femi taught me well. She glances back at the ship. Just consider it, all right? Let me prove myself. Suddenly, a shout comes from the ship, echoing down the passage. Femi. He makes both of you nervous. Neo looks in his direction. Should go. She pushes off towards the docking bridge. I'll be waiting. Neo gives you one last glance as she departs, then disappears into the docking bridge, leaving you alone in the passage. Whoosh. New location discovered, new local crew available. Nice. So you can go to the Ben's Chaotic Dockside Bar or the warehouse, freight storage. We're also running out of good rolls. I see our dice have not replenished. How much, only got 24 of those. We need fuel and supplies. Let's go to the warehouse. The warehouse of the Hexport docks supply the industrial operations of the station, meaning they need constant loading and restocking. Risky, endure. What's my, endure like? Oh, not great. I still have no points available. Let's see. Yeesh. Let's see what else we got. Bar, no, that means being social. Hexport exchange. Let's see what we got. Ooh, engineer. We're good at that. Yeah, hang on. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Trading scrap is all about identifying materials and cleaning up components. It's an engineer's job more than a trader's. All right. Let's see if we can do it.
Sometimes you just have to roll the dice.
Yup. Okay, -6 crypto, but neutral outcome. You managed to buy up some small components and resell them, losing cryo, but gaining some contact among the brokers. Interface. How is our interface? Worse than our engineer.
Yeah, your interface is passable, but your engineering is better. You get better bonuses for it.
Okay, I see it has a little engineer plus. Okay, I'm just trying to, I'm also trying to figure.
But it's also a danger check, which means that you have higher risk.
I see. I'm gonna do it. Another neutral. Okay. And here we go. The exchange buzzes with the conversation of commerce. This is a place where contracts are found. You just need to look. You've established a presence here, and the brokers seem to be a little more comfortable around you, but we're down half of our money. All right, new location discovered. Hexport Trade Hall, nice. Hexport Canteen, hell yeah. Okay, we got a presence in the docks and in Hexport proper. Okay. But we've only got one more.
You might want to get some food.
Yeah. Eat at the canteen. Input 13 cryo. No. Oh.
There was another restaurant.
There is another restaurant. We could go to the Ben's. We got input 7 or into it, and it's a risky one. And we only have not a good die. Probably just buy it, yeah. Yeah. Buy a Ben's fry. Plastic bag of flash fried salt fleck tubers. The Ben's fry brings spacers back to the scattered tables of the bar cycle after cycle. Make purchase. There we go. Full on energy. Nice. Okay. So we have no cash. We need to get some supplies really badly. How's the trade hall? Okay. Ooh, hang on. Buy fuel. Buy supplies. Fill supplies. Here's the last of our money. And we have none supplies or fuel or really anything. So, yep. Kinda gotta. +1 fuel. Fuck yeah. Alright. Probably rest, yeah? I could see about like doing one more thing out here, but I don't really want to risk it. Like, yeah, let's go ahead and rest. To the rig. Okay. The rig is where your ship and home in the Starward belt. While the rig is docked at a hub, there are multiple areas you can visit. Use dice to reduce stress. Use supplies to gain energy. Other locations will unlock as you play. While the rig is in the dock at a hub, your crew will also help to gather resources to contribute to the upkeep of the ship. You can choose which resource they should focus on in the crew task menu to the left. They have a random chance of acquiring it at the beginning of the following cycle. Okay. So, this clock is a cycle clock. It will progress towards an event each cycle. Its completion will trigger significant events. Alright. Got an internal clock. It's Persona, baby. Let's see. We don't want to end the cycle just yet. How about odd jobs? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Does this just assign him to getting more cryo? Is that all it is?
Yes.
Just gotta do it? Okay, cool. Rig galley, rig bunks. Let's check out the bunks. Rest and recover. Sometimes it's necessary to rest, or at the least try to. Do I have any stress right now?
You don't.
Okay, then I don't need to do this.
Those are the pips over the dice.
Oh, okay.
They'll turn red when you get stressed.
I see. Rig galley. Make a meal. We've got supplies, but I'm full on energy.
You're full.
Yeah, there's no need to do that right now. Then end cycle. Boop. Well, we met Nia and Femi. Huh. All right. Ooh, good dice for today.
We're in trouble, Sleeper.
Seraphin leads into the bunks as you are getting up. Without further explanation, he disappears down the corridor towards the rear of the ship. You drift out into the passage, pulling on your clothes and glide down the length of the rig, the cool air making you shiver. Seraphin is a silhouette, silently leading the way. He stops at the far end, diverting through a side door, shooting you a glance as he does. You find a Seraphin inside, holding one of a tangle of arm-thick tubes that are waving in the zero-G engine room.
You know what these are?
Fuel pipes? Seraphin shrugs.
Close enough. These are the engine's feed lines.
He waves one in the air.
And before you ask, no, they aren't supposed to be waggling loose.
What happened?
These must have broken loose when we pushed the ship hard on our way out of the dark side.
He looks at the mess.
We're lucky the reserve tank is empty, otherwise,
He shakes his head.
it would have been bad. But
He pushes the pipe to the side.
no feed from the reserve tank means the rig's range is limited to local region only.
He thumps the large, lumpen housing of the engine.
This thing can't get it.
Okay. Weird audio glitch is done, I think. This game might give me some weird tech shit. This is similar to a glitch that I had in Metal Gear Rising, although I think it's less catastrophic here, so we're just gonna keep going. Alright, let me get the game back up. Got it streaming to you. Y'all hear me now? Yeah. I'm back from getting the milk legally, you bastard. This thing can't take us anywhere far. So we fix it. Seraphim sighs.
That's the short of it.
Seraphim whacks the engine housing again, harder this time.
Just been not our run of luck.
He turns and starts gathering the tangled feed lines, his frustration evident in the violence of his movements.
We'll need a few set of these, that's for sure.
He starts forcing them into a crate.
So how about you try and track him down? I'll take a look at things here and see if I can figure out another fix for the reserve tanks.
He glances up from his work.
From what I've heard on export, Factory Row is the place to find ship fitters. You can do some recon while I sort this place out. It's on the other end of the station.
Okay, I'll take a look. Seraphim keeps working.
Wait.
Seraphim pauses, seemingly unsure.
There's something else.
He drops the feed lines and they float, waving in the air like tubular seaweed.
I've heard word that Lane's on the hunt.
He frowns.
A message went out everywhere on the local radius of Darkside. He's looking for us.
Shit.
Yeah, you said it.
Seraphim sighs.
Which is why we need those feed lines. I'm gonna try to work something out. Maybe we can improvise a solution. I don't know.
He looks down.
I'm no ship fitter. But while I do, you go hunting. See what you can turn up, okay?
He smiles a weak smile.
Get going.
You leave the engine room, the clanking sound of Seraphim's cleanup efforts echoing through the ship. Fuel feed lines. That's the next step. You take a deep breath and head out. Alright. You discovered a drive. Drives help you track and choose your objectives. The arrow button at the top left corner opens the drive menu, where you can choose a drive to track. Once the drive is tracked, a yellow marker will be placed above any location that relates to that drive. Drives come in 2 steps, major and minor. Putting a major drive rewards 2 upgrade points, and a minor rewards 1. Keep an eye on the drive menu as you progress to see what new opportunities and objectives are available, and track those you want to pursue. Okay, so let's head out and see where we can go. New location discovered. Factory Row. Said there'd be yellow little points when, or is it just glowing yellow because it's related to my? Oh, I haven't actually tracked it. Toggle tracking. There we go. There we go. Aha! There we go. Now it's getting a little yellow. Search the row or haul materials. My endure is not great, and that is dangerous, so we can't really do that one. This one's risky, and it's pretty neutral with my intuit. The factory owners of the row speak mostly in terms of supply and demand, but going door to door might help you find the ship fitter you need. Yeah, neutral. Let's try this one. Okay, how about one of these? I think it's about the same. Here's one of these, and here we go. The neutral outcome, +1, okay. Music is good at Concrete After Rain. I love music.
True.
What do you think about music, guys?
I like it.
Me too. Sorry, Concrete. Oh, negative outcome. But I got another point on. do this. Okay, another neutral outcome. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I'll honestly,
So, one thing you're going to have to learn.
Yeah. Dot, you cut out. One thing I'm gonna have to learn. Dot, where'd you go? I don't know. She's gone. Fuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know if she was gonna tell me to keep going or what. No, I'm alone. Yeah, now we're never going to learn. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's see. Swift scraps. Okay. Material processing. We could do shit here, but we could sell raw scrap. We don't have any raw scrap, though. All kinds of shit we can do. I like it. Smile. Go here. See if we can get some energy back or something. What's this? Oh, the rig engine. We don't have any feed lines yet. Okay, so when it's flashing yellow, that just means it's a new location. Got it. Let's keep it on this. Rig galley. Put in some supplies. Make a meal. More energy. Okay. Whee! Yeah, that 1 second. I'm gonna pig dot real fast. Whoa! Okay. There we go. There's Dot. I think Discord just died for a second.
I couldn't hear you either.
Okay, cool. Then it was Discord side. You said one thing you're gonna have to learn about this game, and then it failed.
Oh, sometimes you're just gonna have to take a hit.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta just push your way through it.
Alrighty, here we go.
That's part of what I actually really love about this game.
Yeah. Alright. Now we got Trusted Supplier. Factory row howls as you glide through its cramped passages. Whatever its many bays and rooms once were, they now serve as containers for industry of every kind. Whirring manufactories precisely engineer components with rapidly shifting arms, while scrappers hammer incessantly at bent ship plates. Jesus. Everywhere you look, there is energy and activity, and for good reason. Hexport itself is built in the derelict fragments of a solar reflector, and even the small amount of energy generated by its remaining mirrors is enough to power a city of machines. It is familiar to you, of course, in a strange, far-off way, because of Darkside. That place and your memories of it are a muddy haze, but it is hard to forget the glint of its hexagonal reflectors, 10 or 20 times more in number than Hexport's, and that wild, flickering city growing on their back like a tumor. In comparison, Hexport feels provincial, but deep in Factory Row, you can almost be back in Darkside. And then, you see them. Tubes, just like those Seraphin had waved in your face. The feed lines. You push over to the display window of the unit marked Parston's Supply, in block capitals cut from hull plates. There, amongst an angled shelf of oversized ship components, sit the feed lines, like some large biomechanical tangle of snakes. You slip inside, where the sound of Factory Row is a little screened, and spot a large figure working at a bench. Hunched over, concentrating, it seems he doesn't notice you enter. Wait patiently. You let him work, watching as, despite his heavy build, he delicately aligns the components, their layers slotting like puzzle pieces. After a few moments of observing the process, he turns his head a little towards you.
Can I help you?
His accent is heavy, but unknown to you. Nice place you have. You see a little reaction from the profile of Karsten's face. He grunts.
Something you need.
Before you can respond, He tracks your eyes to the feed lines in the window. He looks back at you with a subtly changed expression, one you can't quite place. He turns with surprising grace and begins cleaning his hands on a cloth. Those sharp eyes scan you, but Karsten's thick-set figures do not betray the results of his assessment.
Custom built those for a client that never collected.
He looks at his hands while he speaks, checking for spray oil stains.
You have one of the old MVPs then?
He sounds out the letters in a way you don't recognize as he speaks. You try to recall anything you know about your ship, but the memories elude you. Perhaps Seraphim should have come along. I think so. Karsten squints a little.
Right. Look.
Karsten drifts over to where you were standing, his opposing height evident.
A fellow enthusiast like you.
He continues in a distinctive monotone.
Let's say a few hundred, Kyle, on clean chits.
He shoots a glance at the feed lines.
400, let's say, to be precise.
I don't have 400. Karsten looks you up and down and sniffs. I said Karsten sniffs. Thank you.
It's expensive, I know. It's a shame, but it's just what they are worth.
He screws up his mouth a little into something that might be a smile.
However, I'm more of the bartering type myself anyway.
Barter sounds good. Karsten nods sagely.
There's a little favor I need a crew for, and, well, you look like you might be a good fit.
He tucks the cloth away in a pocket and clasps his hand.
I know of an old Solheim wreck out there. Very old, pre-collapse. It's tucked away in a dead zone, so no one has ever really got it.
He shrugs.
Not only that, but Solheim derelicts have a habit of triggering nasty security protocols when approached by an unfamiliar ship, so it's been left well alone. But a salvager like you now, with an old Solheim rig, I bet it wouldn't even flinch if it saw you coming.
He smiles.
I have a special interest, a need for that old tech. All those Solheim ships had a data core, and while I don't care about the accounting reports or material ledgers or whatever they kept on the damn thing, I do care about the hardware. 1 second.
Advance. Okay, it's more dialogue. How you guys doing, chat? Our character really went, oh, what the fuck is an alternator? This is some good music. I'd like this. I have a special interest. He said autistically. Let's see. Legally a Bastard earlier said I want to eat all of Hi-Fi Rush music. Tentacle says that feels like it would taste like a Four Loko, but I'm kind of down for what it would do to my brain. I think it would taste like 2 Red Bulls, an Adderall, a Twix, a Slim Jim, which is the average diet of a 22-year-old boy, of which chai is the quintessential example. 22-year-old boy, you described an adult. I wonder if Discord died again. That'd be funny. Yeah, Dot literally texted me, like, on my phone, that my mic cut out and I didn't notice.
Sorry, Gumbo threw up. I had to clean it up.
Ah. Alright, I advanced dialogue. This is new line.
So, if I was to find you back here, With that cord in your cargo hold clean cut and complete, well, I could see my way to doing a trade barter for those feelings.
Carson pauses, sniffs at the air again.
You just need the coordinates.
Simple as that?
Simple as that.
He repeats in his monotone way.
So, you interested?
He glances back at his workbench.
Because I'm a busy man.
I'll do it.
Alright then.
He holds out a heavy hand for you to shake, and as you automatically reach out, he grabs your forearm instead. Oh, hang on. I skipped the line. There we go, this one. Carson pulls you closer, squeezing your arm.
Let's keep this one between us, alright?
He half smiles, his face huge and close.
It's our deal.
Before you can respond, he thumbs a little drive into your palm.
Those coordinates.
And then he lets go of your arm, with what you swear is a wink. You take a moment to gather yourself, and by the time you do, a whirring fills the air, Carson having returned to his workbench. You turn and glide out of Carson's supply with a growing mix of anxiety and excitement in the pit of your stomach, and the cacophony of Factory Row in your ears. A contract. Seraphim might even be impressed. You look at the drive in your palm and smile. This could be a route out. You think of leaving this place behind, in possession of an improved ship, too. Suddenly, a small but firm hand falls on your back, an equally small voice coming with it. Hey, wait up! You turn in the passage to see a young woman, her hair waving for the rapid glide she clearly just came out of to catch you. She steadies herself using your shoulder. Sorry. She smiles, a quick and flat smile. Wanted to catch you. I'm Junie. Her dark eyes flick around nervously. You notice the portable terminal she carries, something data scrapers call a deck, and her backpack full of components and trailing wires. Do I know you? She pauses, confused by the question. No. She pauses again. Karsten, she starts, still catching her breath. He sent for me to grab you. She smiles with that flat smile again. Wants me to come with you on that job. Her eyes shoot down to the drive in the palm of her hand. She smiles again. Are you sure? She nods. That's what he said. Carson's always sending me on things like this. I guess he wants me to help you out. Keep an eye on things. She pauses. I can be pretty helpful. So... She looks around the passage. Should I meet you at your ship and you can tell me when you're ready to go? Sounds good. Okay, great. Her eyes light up. She notices she still has her hand on your shoulder and takes it off. Junie pushes off and waves. Looking forward to working with you, she calls back as an afterthought. What about the ship? I'll find it, she calls back, and then disappears down the passage. You watch her go, glad of the contract, but nervous too. Will Carson keep up his side of the bargain if you deliver? New local crew available and new location discovered.
I don't know about this, sleeper.
Seraphim looks nervously out of the rig's windows as you finish explaining Carson's deal, as well as Junie's offer of help.
If this job was easy, Carson would do it himself already. That means there's a catch.
He frowns at the stars.
And there's definitely something going on with this Junie girl.
He shakes his head. What choice do we have?
What if we could get the cryo together to buy the feed lines?
Why? Carson wants to barter.
You're right. I just can't shake the feeling we're wandering in blind. Plus,
Seraphim gives you a
Go ahead.
Seraphim gives you a sly look.
I did manage to turn something of my station wandering. I found a contract board under the exchange further in station.
He gestures towards Hexport.
We take on a job that might just get us on the way towards buying those feed lines. Plus, even if we do want to take Carson's job, a bit of money to get ourselves prepared wouldn't be a bad idea. Fill up on fuel, supplies, ready for whatever comes.
Do we have time?
Probably not, but without fuel and supplies, we aren't going anywhere.
Seraphim sighs.
Let's just take a look at the contract board, see what you think. While you're at it, you might want to see if you can scare up some freelance crew, too.
Seraphim shrugs.
Many hands make light work and all that. Or we stop messing around, we take Carson's job right now and get it done before we can think twice.
Seraphim yawns.
Seems like a whole set of bad options to me. Either way, we're still got work to do on the drive. Let me know how you decide.
Seraphim nods farewell, heading back to the engine room. For a moment, you pause, letting the haze of plans and ideas settle in your mind. Suddenly, you curl up, pain shooting along your spine. You grit your teeth, your muscles locked tight. Your vision narrows as you squeeze your eyes shut. You feel a shift, as if some connection is broken. It's almost impossible to describe, like you are floating away from your body, dispersing, dissolving. There is nothing familiar in the pain, nothing to hold on to. You grit your teeth. And then, another shift comes, and you are back in your body, trembling against the metal wall of the passage. The pain slowly fades, becoming a pulsing throb and then a residual flicker. You flex in zero-G, stretching out the tension. There's a strange sensation of distance that persists beyond the pain. A disconnection between your body and yourself, a flickering numbness that refuses to recede. You wonder if the reboot has done something to your body, or if this is some new sensation you will have to live with indefinitely. It strikes you that you know so little about the body that houses you. It could be moments away from collapse, or it might persevere for countless cycles like this. You try to shake off the feeling, pushing your hands against each other until they feel like they are yours again. Time is the only thing you need, and right now, it feels like it's running out fast. You head for the airlock. You have work to do. You have unlocked a contract. Open the map screen to view it. Alright. Where do I... Oh, map screen. Here we go. Contracts are high-risk, high-reward jobs that you and your crew can take on. Contracts require preparation and care to succeed. You'll need to gather enough fuel to travel to the contract. Gather as many supplies as you can afford to keep you and your crew going. Look for opportunities to recruit crew temporarily or permanently to help you out on a contract. Consider which crew to take carefully. You have different skills and stress resistances, and who you choose can affect the story. Once you are ready, you can select the contract from the map and your crew to proceed. Alright. Why can't I move the map at all? What the fuck? Oh, okay, there we go, D-pad. Okay. Carson has offered you a straight barter for the feed lines you need if you bring him the data core from this derelict. Any raw scrap you pull out is yours. Extract the data core, 1 feed line. We need 3 fuel, and we need more supplies, and we need some extra crew. Let's get to work. Where's the job board? Contract board. Let's see. Buy signal contracts. Let's see. Station management have located a Conway signal. They are concerned to see one so close and are looking for someone to disable its source. I can't really do that. I'm kind of poor. That's Carson's place. The Benz warehouse. Let's see. What's it look like here? That will fuck us up. You can't really do that. What's yeah, freight loading. Yeah, they just need some help. So we'll try to make some time for that some other time. Anything at the trade hall? More supplies, buy supplies. I'm still too poor, so I can't really do nothing here. Although I could buy fuel with my leftover cash. I should probably just save it. I just want to take this off. Buy feed lines or deliver data core. All we could do at Carson's. Anything we could do with the men's? Play Star and Stoker. SDS is a spacer gambling game played with custom magnet dice. Chips are stashed in symbol-marked cans, and winning is ruthlessly luck-based. Well, might as well. Let's see what we got. Hey, got some money. Nice.
Get some money.
Get some money. Oh, hey, and now we can get this contract, actually. Look at that. Ended up working out pretty well. Nia will come with you on a contract if you like. I guess that's a completed, oh, here we go. God damn. Okay, fuck. Ugh. This game's UI is taking some getting used to. Buy signal contract. There we go. New contract on map. Alright, now we gotta get fuel and supplies. Complete board contract now. So, let's see the map. Conway signal. Station management have located a Conway signal. They are concerned to see one so close and are looking for someone to disable its source. It'll pay 200 cryo, cost 2 fuel to get to. We should see if we can get Nia with us. Trade hall. That's just for buying fuel. Which we have $2. Yeah, no, we're not doing anything else. Let's go here. And I guess do odd jobs for cryo. It seems like the best way to do it. Rig bunks. Recovery. No need to do that. Oh yeah, we got a point available. Let's see what we can do. Can't do any upgrades to focus. We don't have any points for it. Yeah, we need 4 points to do anything over here too. So I think
Gonna bank it in.
gotta bank it in, baby. All right, and cycle. Real life tip: luck is a skill. Practice rolling dice and manipulating probabilities. Become luckier. Thanks, Tangerine. Okay, now I got $10. Nice. Okay. Let's see, so we gotta buy fuel and supplies. We got 1 fuel and 1 supply. Let's see what we can do over here. Warehouses at the Hexport dock supply the industrial operations of the station, meaning they need constant loading and restocking. Let's see. That's bad. Oh yeah, we get a subtraction here. So here we go. And lost some energy, got a negative outcome. Nothing good. Alright. We need to get some more energy later. Swift scrap, material processing. Don't have any raw scrap. Scrapyard shift. Swift Scrap Solutions, or Triple S as it's locally known, is a chaotic and slightly terrifying scrapyard where open shifts are always available. Gets a bonus to engineer, but it's dangerous. I don't like these odds. Here we go. Neutral outcome. Plus 10 cryo, minus 1 energy. Nice. I got a little extra cash. Let's see. Okay. Let's see about buying some shit. Let's see. Buy some fuel. What's our fuel look like right now? Where do I? Oh, there it is. It's on the very bottom. I see. It's in the very bottom center. There we go. Can't buy any supplies though. That's too bad. Oh, if you have no cryo, they can fill your fuel capacity in a single order. No, I just performed super suboptimally. God damn it. I wish I saw that. I feel like a fool now. A fool, I say. Let's see. Rig engine. Rig galley. I think the only thing I could do in here is fit the feed lines, which we do not have presently. Let's take a little nap. It's safe. There's still a potential negative outcome, which is crazy. Reduce stress. Doesn't gain any energy back. Oopsie. I guess that uses supplies or money. Well, never stop gambling. Let's see. Oh, not this one. Here we go. Maybe I can get some more cash here. Hey, positive outcome, 12 cryo, no loss to my money. Fuck yes. Here we go. Uh-oh. I'll start. You gain 1 stress per cycle and energy loss accrues stress. Eat to regain energy. Okay. Good to know. Eat at the canteen. Here we go. Yummy! Plenty more energy. But I lost the necessary cryo to get some supplies. But if I get 60 cryo, I can fill my supplies. Okay. And this is the loop basically.
Yep.
Oh, we can also store supplies this way. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Got another supplies. So do I have to like go find Nia or something? Like, is that a part of this at all? Is she just available? Whatever. Contract board. Anything else we can get here? Nope, that's all. All right. Let's keep doing some work here. Yeah, we got to gear up and go on that contract pretty soon. Our clock is ticking. There we go. Guaranteed fucking positive outcome, baby. Let's go. Yay, engineer. Yippee. 12 cryo. Nice. Do you have any... I don't have any raw scrap, sadly. This is literally like the scrap zone. This is like... should be the scrap paradise. Where scrap just falls in my lap. Scrap, scrap, scrap. Scrap in your lap. Positive, positive, positive. Neutral. Okay. So I'm at $46 right now. Let's see. Here. Let's get one more of these. And one more of these. And I think it's time to get going. Yeah. Here we go. Confirm vector. All right. Unfortunate. Aw, man. Sepron's locked, but Nia's available. Okay, looks like she has good intuit. And we have like...
Sepron's locked, meaning you have to select him.
Oh, okay, great. Yay.
Yeah, select Nia.
Yeah. Awesome. Travel to contracts. Here we go, guys. What's that, Seraphim?
It's drone.
Seraphim spots the signal source first, the light barely shimmering off its dark hull plating, a design trait that betrays its covert use. A flash catches your attention, and you see a rent in the hull, through which red lights pulse.
Wounded.
Seraphim shakes his head.
Wish they'd finished the job.
You've seen one before? Seraphim looks back over his shoulder towards you.
We've seen one before, dude, don't you?
He sighs.
sorry. No, it's not your fault.
He looks at the drone.
Lane had us work on one in the dark side bay, though it was barely a shell. Disarmed and deactivated. He had us searching through its guts for salvage. Even that one gave me the creeps, and it had his core ripped out.
He pushed the ship closer.
This one is still alive.
Conway. Nia kisses her teeth. Corporate scum. You glance over at her, and you see the fire in her bright eyes. They don't even dare to come here and force us out themselves. It's all proxies and drones. She shakes her head. Typical core-bred cowards. Run into them before? She glances at you. You might say that. She looks out at the drone. You won't see me taking my eyes off that thing for a second. Seraphin carefully guides the ship closer. You watch the drone.
System is full of these things now, running missions for their operators. Rare to see one out in the belt, though. Maybe got hit during a run-in with the Senate stat mercs. Looks like it's drifting. Most of the system's blown out, but look there.
He jabs a finger towards
Still broadcasting.
Towards a red light on the far side of the drone.
Still broadcasting, and maybe even receiving.
I see that you are reading these in like the Disco Elysium dialogue style, where like when it's a character doing a line, it just skips the flavor text, which is fair. Which is fair. How do we shut it off? Seraphin brings you even closer.
What I remember from the dark side jobs, the central core and the broadcast array need to be shut off to kill these things. Core will turn off local systems, and the broadcast array will sever the link with the Conway operators.
Seraphin swallows.
But you can bet those systems are protected.
Let Seraphin explain. Your attention is suddenly drawn by a shudder from the drone, like a tremor running along its length.
This thing's rigged to blow, Sleeper.
He frowns.
We go slow and careful, and we don't touch anything we don't know about.
He turns back to Nia.
You hear that?
I got you. She looks sincere. Seraphin brings the rig to a stop, close enough for you to cross through open space to reach the drone's hull.
Let's suit up.
You head down the airlock to prepare. As you get suited up, you think of the corporate war taking place in the inner system. The war that this drone was driven from. Out here, on the shore of the conflict, the biggest danger is that this flotsam and jetsam drifting in with the tides and orbits of the system might, one cycle, bring the war with it. For now, the belt is outside of its reach, but looking out at the red pulsing drone, that doesn't give you much comfort. Welcome to your first contract. While on a contract, you will assign 2 dice for each crew member, as you would assign your own dice. Pay attention to the crew skills and use them effectively. On certain outcomes, crew will take crew stress. When their stress is full, you will no longer be able to use them to perform actions. While on a contract, your energy bar will automatically be supplied for each cycle that you have available supplies. While your supplies are depleted, both you and your crew will take 1 stress per cycle. Contracts also have their own contract stress. When this bar is filled, the contract will fail. Good luck. Period. Good luck, period, is crazy. Alright, here we go. Drone stress, rigged to blow. So let's not fuck this thing up too badly. Give it a little spin. I hate how when I move the stick, it whips it back to this camera angle. It's kind of annoying. I wish I could turn that off. Okay. Nia would be good at this. Seraphin's... Yeah, Seraphim doesn't have a good die for this. But let's get... Yeah, there we go. It might be possible to slip through the gap in the drone's damaged hull, but once inside, Where to go? How to find the broadcast array. Start action, here we go. Come on, Nia. Nice, positive outcome. There we go. Can't lose my focus. There we go. Now let's back out for a little bit. Let's come back there later. Access hatch. Okay, release the hatch. The drone is in a delicate state, and any damage could cause it to trigger its self-destruct. It will take skill to release the access hatch. So, are these, do we have to perform both of these, or just one of them? Expose drone interior, or the drone interior access? We just have to get it.
Usually there'll be multiple paths to fulfilling project based on the skills you have available.
Okay. Then I think I just wasted that die because releasing the hatch, I can knock a lot of these out really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have multiple cycles to do this.
Yes.
Let's see what one of these will do. Okay. That's better. I like that. Positive, positive, positive. Nice. Oh my god, I can fucking knock this thing out real quick. I'm so sorry, you two, but it's sleeper time, baby. Now let's get sleeping. Okay, we got some stress. As your stress increases, you will have a higher chance of taking damage to your action dice each time you roll them. Yikes. That's scary. Alright. 100% positive, though? That's fine. During a contract, you could use your push ability to give you an edge in a tricky situation. Pushing accrues 1 stress, but will give you a key advantage based on your chosen class. You can see your current push configuration by pressing L3, press again to trigger the push. Your push cannot be used at a hub, but when at a hub, it can be upgraded and configured in the character sheet. Focus. -1 stress on focus die, positive outcome. Nice. We got this. 1 more stress, and let's bring it home. Good job, Sleeper! Yay! The drone shifts. Something has changed. You hear the bleeping immediately. Among the chambers and cabling of the drone's interior, something has started counting down. Guys? Nia's voice comes hissing through the suit's comms channel. Does anyone else hear that? Because I'm getting nervous.
Shit.
Seraphine's voice joins her.
This is what I was worried about.
Are we screwed?
I can't be sure.
Seraphine has dropped his voice to a whisper, as if that might make a difference.
Yeah, this thing is about to send out a distress call or it's about to blow. We've got to shut the system down fast.
He pauses.
Then we move on to the other side, because I bet you there's a surprise waiting for us there, too.
We good? Nia sounds tense. Am I heading back to the ship or what? Seraphine cuts in.
We're good. We keep going.
He shuts off the channel. You take a moment in the silence. Alright. Time to deal with this fast. Then get over to the other side before something happens. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Looks like Naya has a shot at getting some progress on this. Here we go. Come on, you got this. Nice, neutral outcome. Core disabled. Okay. The problem is we're kind of fucked.
A little
right.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, there's not much we can do right now in terms of that. We can drop some of probably drop some of Seraphine's on these, but it's also looking pretty bad. Coin flip. Neutral. There we go. That's a little better. go. Come on. There we go. Nice. Okay. Unfortunately, okay. So we have 3 cycles before that thing goes kablooey. Got it.
Correct.
Okay. Then we end the cycle. No energy loss. Because we're supplied. Yay. Okay. Decent spread. Ooh, good spread for my crewmates. It's pretty good. Alright, focus on this one now. Alright. Naya, let's see what you got here. Fuck, what is going on with my controls here? Is everything okay? Game, did you shit? Okay, there we go. There we go, that's better. And bing bong, nice. The interior of the drone lights up with a crimson flash. Okay. Nice. Okay, that's solved. Now we just gotta break through here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Create opening. Here we go. That's you, Seraphim. Nice. Doing okay. Hanging in there. I'm gonna save 1 on each of these. Not my best skill, but I think I'm the best one for identifying a route right now. Only a few more to go. Okay, come on, positive, positive. Nice! Okay, here we go. 1 more good roll. We made it through this one. Dangerous now. Neutral, got some stress. Alright. Naya, can you, no, that's not gonna be enough. This is better. Ugh, drone stress. Fuck, negative outcome. Shit. Okay.
You can give Seraph another shot on.
Oh, you're so
Getting
right.
opening.
Yeah, good idea. Good thinking. I could have used my push also maybe, but it's okay. There we go. We push through. Nice. Down here. Okay. -1 stress on focus die. Positive outcome. There we go. All right. I think that's the best that I can do for right now. Naya will not make that. Okay. And 1 more rest. And cycle. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. You have taken damage to a dice because of stress. When your dice are rolled at the start of the cycle, your stress dictates if you have damage or not. Higher stress means a higher chance of damage. The white markers above the stress bar tell you which numbers will damage your dice when rolled. Each dice has 3 dice health. When this is depleted, the dice will break and must be repaired to be used normally. Ugh. While at a hub, you can reduce stress at the break bunks location. Typically, broken dice cannot be... Okay. So I don't think there is anything we can do here to reduce my stress, which is very sad. But we're gonna have to get through here. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who can get us through this. But we're basically locked in. We got this. 1 more. Come on, sleeper. Nice. Array disabled. There we go. Got the drone shut off, baby. The thrumming, pulsing interior of the drone goes still for the first time since you boarded it. You look across at Seraphim and Nia and share a smile. You all exhale so loudly it can be heard over the suit's shared comm channel. The drone is dead. One last piece of Conway shit to worry about. Nia grins. We killed it! With her dot for the Seraphim line read. I haven't played a game like this in a fucking minute. I'm really enjoying this. Chad, how are you guys liking this one? Personally, I am very happy to be... I am very happy to be here. This rules. It's a good time, says GamerGirl849. I didn't really, like, say hi to you when you popped in. It's nice to see you. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying this one. This one was a long time coming. Do-do-do-do, bada-bada-boo. Let's see. Reblogging my thing. Got about an hour to go or so. It's fun so far? Yeah, it is. Enjoying how much of the, like, enjoying the quality of writing. It's some good lines to read out for sure. Hope you guys are liking the voices. I've only caught a little since I immediately want to make tea after popping in, but I do like it. Thanks. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Hopefully Dawn gets back before I do. We can read her line, but we'll see. Back. Ugh. I bet she's taking care of Gumbo. Turns out, games that are good are good. I've been saying this for a long time. Oh. I'm looking at my Tumblr notes right now, and I'm really enjoying how the Killing Me Softly post is making the rounds again. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but like it really blew up. So like, yeah, I had something on my hands there. Listening like, oh, that's my writing style. Maybe I should make a CRPG. I mean, I don't know. Like, try. I don't know. It'll be fun. Write some shit for a tabletop, I don't know. Why does my cross-stitch kit have a different stitch style? Why does your cross-stitch kit have a different stitch style? What's that entail? I don't do cross-stitching. The only... I do feel a little bit shaky on my Nia and my, whatever the fuck her name is. Junie? Yeah, Junie. Mojave, why are you dressed like Kazuma Kiryu? I keep thinking about it. This isn't dressed like Kazuma Kiryu. The shirts has to be like red or something like that. But like, yes, the collar like over the jacket is very Kiryu. That is true. That is not what I was going for this. But I knew that I was going to be doing a lot of like serious moody voiceover for this, so I thought I would dress accordingly. I don't know. I think the vibe comes across. Concrete, did your voice go a second time? You got the white jacket, the open collar, your emo Kiryu. I am not emo. Get out of here. That is not who I am. I mean, I only say that because my hair is like just long enough that I can like pop over my eyes, but like, it's not me. Kazemo Kiryu is cute. I did like that. It goes well, says Transform Boyfriend. Yeah, I thought it might.
Don't get too excited.
Hey, Dot. Seraphim cuts in.
It was looking pretty rough when we got here.
You make your way down to the hull. You make your way back out to the hull, the drone now faintly rolling in one direction, its stabilizers offline. Nia catches up with you as you glide towards the rig. You make a pretty good crew, Sleeper. What'll your brother think? Don't go ruin it by bringing him into this, Nia grins. Maybe he'll never find out. You reach the rig's airlock and take one last look at the drone's dark hull. It catches the light as it rolls into vacuum. At some point in the near future, this drone will likely be smashed to pieces by one of the many asteroids of the belt, spread across this place as twinkling dust. Thought pleases you. As does the thought of all that cryo-export now owes you. Time to go collect. Contract complete. Contract is concluded, you can leave via the map. Hell yes. -5 stress during travel, thank God. Once you leave, you will not be able to return. There's nothing else to do here, so we're leaving. After docking at Hexport, Seraphin lets go of the controls and leans back in his chair. Nia leans over to you. Thank you, Sleeper. She stretches. I know you took a chance on me. Thanks for helping. Nia smiles, an infectious smile. Yeah, I bet it is.
Feels good to make a contract work.
Seraphin smiles.
I wonder how we pull it off.
It's hard not to agree, and it feels better when the Hexport courier comes with a lockbox full of chits.
Why don't we just do Disco Elysium rules unless there's like a really long sentence between.
Sounds good. I like it. Lane may still be hunting you, but this should help the effort to slip his net. Suddenly, you hear a familiar voice. Nia! Femi glides into view, approaching from the docks. He fixes you with a stare. What are you playing at, Sleeper? Nia wanted to come. You go to speak, but Nia drifts forward, cutting you off. Don't come throwing your weight around, Femi. I can make my own decisions. Sleeper took me at my word, and I'm grateful. Femi is fuming. Did they now? Well, if you were working for Sleeper, hope they paid you well. Nia looks away. Well, I asked, so... Femi smiles. Oh, so they aren't paying you. Seraphin crosses his arms.
Let's keep this civil.
You realize this is the first time he is meeting Femi. If we are being civil, seems like Nia's owed her share. Femi fixes you with a severe look. Yeah, we gotta pay Nia a share. You grab around a quarter of the chits from the lockbox and hold them out to Nia. She takes them sheepishly. Alright then, Femi smiles. We're good here. He turns to leave. I broke my own rule. Nia mouths sorry and follows Femi across the docks. Seraphin watches them go.
You sure know how to pick him, Sleeper.
He shakes his head. He turns away and heads back along the docking bridge.
I just hope we aren't going to end up a stack of crowds short when you get out of here.
Yeesh. Alright, got a minor upgrade. You just completed a drive and earned an upgrade point. You have push upgrades available. Go to the character screen of the UI to see them. Yeah! Alright. -1 stress on focus die, positive outcome. +1 to affected dice. Let's see. I think I want the +1 to affected dice. I think I like that better. Yeah. Nice. Pretty good. Okay. First level up. Pretty good. Alright, now we've got $171. Nice. We need to... So, hang on, I forget. How does the dice damage rest? Do we rest here? I don't remember. Yeah, let's scavenge for supplies after this. Actually, you know what we could do? Odd jobs. We can just fill up our supplies all the way. Yeah, we can just fill this right now. Bing bong. Nice. Supply capacity filled. Now we got 100 more cryo. Let's see what we can get here. Trade hall. This is literally just gas and supplies, which is fine. Let's see. Contract board. Anything else we can get here? No. That's literally empty. Sure is. Just had to double check. Swift scrap. Yeah, we don't have any raw scrap to sell, but we will after this upcoming contract. No need to eat because we have, because we're full on, energy. Let's see. Rig. Rig bunks. Now let's go ahead and recover some stress. Bing bong. Nice. Positive outcome. Okay. But I still have that dice damage, which is still very sad. We could just spend the rest of our time. Yeah, we could just go over here. Here we go. Get some extra cash. Bing bong. Back from doing nothing, did you explode the drone? We did not explode the drone. We shut it down successfully. Okay, got a little extra walking around money. Probably you probably just cap up my fuel. Nice. Okay, we're fully stocked if we want to go do the other contract.
Me.
All right, nice. Do I want to gamble?
Probably not.
Okay. All right.
Might want to top off your energy though.
Yeah. That is a fine idea. The bands. Actually, hang on. I think I can spend more economically here. Here at the canteen. Yummy! Nice.
Is that more economic?
I think the other one only refills one energy. So I spent one less cryo doing it that way. All right. Check out the map. All right. Carson is offering you a straight barter for the feed lines you need if you're bringing the data core from this derelict. Any raw scrap you pull out is yours. Confirm vector. Here we go. Okay. We've got Seraphim and we've got Junie. Alright, Junie, I've got my fucking eye on you. Let's go. Confirm. Whee! Still got that dice damage, fuck. The Solheim derelict fills the cockpit windows, all twisted plates and skeletal strut work. You watched it in horror and fascination. As Seraphim completed the approach, both of you silent at the presence of this decaying beast. Now, as you settle beside it, Seraphim is the first to break the silence.
This thing is already dead. It's a corpse, Sleeper.
He nudges the ship closer, looking for a place to dock.
I touched this thing too hard, it'll crumble to dust.
Is that rhythm right? Is that like, I think I like that amount of space between dialogue is probably right.
Yeah.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting a scrap contract, like you said, not a death trap.
Take us up there. That's the bridge. Judy points towards one end of the ship, and both you and Seraphim turn around. I have forgotten she was even in the cockpit. She hasn't said a word since you departed. She glances at both of your bemused faces. What? Sorry, that's where we need to go. She stops pointing. Seraphim nods towards Junie.
She's not wrong, Sleeper. The bridge would be a good start.
Assess the wreck first. Junie settles silently back into her seat. She looks away, out of the cockpit. You are unsure if she is upset or just embarrassed. Carefully, Seraphim brings the ship close to the derelict and guides it along the hull. The rig's lights ripple over the broken surface, finding gaps and cracks everywhere. It seems remarkable that the derelict is still held together.
Shit.
Seraphim hisses as a huge spinning piece of debris drifts in front of the cockpit. He pushes the rig down beneath it, squeezing between the debris and the hull, and as he does so, an ear-splitting screech signals the rig, scraping across the derelict's skin. You freeze for a moment, waiting for the breach sirens to sound. But the moment passes, and you relax. You glance at Seraphim. His face betrays no emotion.
This isn't safe. We're gonna find somewhere better to settle the ship. Then we need to suit up and work our way along the hull on foot.
You look back at Junie and see her still in her seat, eyes wide. You okay? Junie looks at you, and there is a sudden unfamiliar hardness in her eyes that surprises you. Then, a moment later, it is gone, and her gaze softens. I'm okay. Don't worry. Seraphim brings the ship away from the derelict's hull an inch at a time, then slowly brings it round to settle close to an almost intact hull plate.
The section is fairly free of debris. We should be good to hold here.
Seraphim unclips from his seat, and you and Junie follow suit. As you all glide down towards the airlock, Junie silently follows. You can't help but feel judged. As you reach the airlock, Seraphim begins suiting up.
If we're lucky, that little collision hasn't started a cascade that will end with this place coming apart under our feet.
Seraphim violently kicks his legs into a set of Eva trousers, clearly irritated by his own carelessness. It wasn't your fault. Seraphim shoots you a look.
Fault isn't going to matter when we're floating off into the black.
This is a delicate job. The data core will be fragile. She casts a furtive glance in the direction of you and Seraphim. Very fragile. Understood. Junie nods appreciatively. The rest of the preparation process takes place in tense silence, each of you considering the delicate job ahead. You suit up too. Though you don't need a helmet to breathe, you slide one on and lock the seals for protection. This wreck isn't going to give up its salvage easily. The core should be near the bridge, maybe even inside it. But there's a lot of wreck here, and there might be a good salvage tucked away in the cargo hold. Once the suits are on and the seals are checked, you cycle the lock and stare out at the vast expanse of the twisted hulk before you. Time to go to work. Okay, depressurized bay and corroded airlock bridge entry. So we've got 5. We're fully stocked up on supplies. We've got 2 stress on the derelict. And if it takes 1 more, some shit happens. So let's see what's cargo entry is like. That one's gonna be Seraphim. It looks like his dice are pretty good today. This one's gonna be me. Let's see if we can throw Junie something over here. Doesn't look like she's gonna be very useful at present, but I can probably knock out the lock dissection. Yeah. We'll have Seraphim do this. Looks solid. And bing bong. Oh! Derelict stress. 1 crisis active. Fuck. The contract stress has triggered a crisis. A crisis will add 1 contract stress per cycle unless resolved at the crisis location. All right.
Yeah.
Hull breach.
Deal with that now.
Okay. Seraphim, looks like we're not doing this right now. This one's gonna be you. The derelict's hull is falling apart. If this breach isn't sealed and fast, this entire wreck will collapse.
Welcome to gigs in Citizen Sleeper 2.
Yeesh. Breach seal, nice. Can't stop us. Fuck yes. Okay. So looks like we're. Hang on. This is good, right? Okay, no. We still got more to do. But I don't think we're doing this right now. None of us have good endure, except for Seraphim, kind of. Yeah, this one's gonna be kind of rough. All right. Yeah, really not a good cycle for Junie, sadly. There we go. Keep it posy. Better bridge entry. Should we just double check real quick what we could even... Yeah, no, this isn't gonna get done. And this one is not, like, we might have to cut that short if we can't figure out that crisis. So I'm gonna put the depressure the cargo bay off until the airlock is done, or the crisis is done.
you kind of need to just like you kind of just needed to focus on the crisis, not anything else.
Yeah, I mean, hang on. Let's okay. Let me be less defeatist about this. How does this work?
You need to power through it.
Yep. Come on. Negative.
Again,
Fuck.
You're going to get fucked in these contracts. All right.
Yep.
You need to power through it.
Here we go. Come on, neutral. Okay. All right. I think this one's up to you, Junie. Oh, okay. Almost done.
Just need to power through.
Come on. Best odds we got. Nice.
There you go. See?
That's more like it. Okay, breach sealed, crisis averted. Hey, brain cells, we just averted a crisis. That's how things are going right now. My God. Let's see. I'm gonna spend my last couple of die, knocking out, the lock dissection. There we go. Okay, so every exclamation point is a crisis. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. And one more. Damn, more stress. But that didn't give any more ship stress. That's fine. I also gotta remember to do my push, but that's okay. Okay. Here we go. Good spread for Junie, but again, she's not very useful right now. It's a little bit too bad. And decent enough for, Seraphim. Damn. Another negative outcome. So he's getting some more stress on him. Here, we could probably knock this one out. There we go. Now we can get inside the cargo. Cargo storage. There we go. This one's where Junie fucking shines. Yes. Get to work. There we go. Yeah, she's fucking got this. Bing bong. Nice. And we've fully surveyed the scrap. And we got yet another location. That's probably where we end for now, over here, unless we can save a point for Seraphim. But I don't think that's going to be very economical. We should focus on getting this with the remaining bits that we have. Bing bong. Nice, better bridge entry. Let's do a push. All right. And this one might be able to knock it out. Okay.
Not quite.
This one might. Come on, neutral. Yeah, nice. The bridge of the derelict lies silent. The pale beams of your suit lamps catch rows of terminals and clouds of glittering dust. Wires wave like seaweed, and the whole scene appears as if underwater. Chaotic, but still. Junie glides past you, disturbing the dust and taking you by surprise as she does. She has been a stoic presence so far, but in this moment she seems drawn forward by some force of curiosity. You watch as she bats away debris and begins checking terminals. Better work. She is already prying an access panel off one of the more intact-looking terminals. As she does, puffs of rust color the vacuum around her red. Approach her. She turns back to the terminal and finishes prying off the plate. Then, quickly, she reaches inside, fishing around for something. Her hand comes back out with a waving cable topped with a thick connector. As soon as she sees it, she slips a keyboard-sized deck out from somewhere on her person. She runs her hand across the back until she finds the right port and slots it in the connector. All of this happens in a few seconds, the routine practiced and precise. It is hard not to be impressed. Not your first Solheim ship? She glances at you, a nervous look on her face. Does she think you are accusing her of something? She shakes her head and goes back to her work. Junie's fingers dance across the deck's keyboard, and a burst of static lights up the Solheim terminal screen. The sudden burst of light and color takes you by surprise. Junie's fingers tap away, the terminal screen flashing with blocks of color and lines of code. It buzzes and vibrates, its long-dead systems forced back into chaotic life. Then, all at once, it goes dark. The terminal is dead. Shit. Junie hisses beneath her breath. Useless. You cannot tell if the insult is directed at the terminal or herself. Find anything? She looks up at you, as if she was just waking from a dream. No. She pauses. Nothing useful. She protectively slides her deck away. The cradle with the data core can't be far. She pushes off from the terminal, gliding away from you. I'll start looking. She calls back and heads to the other side of the bridge. Seraphim glides up beside you.
Everything all right?
What do you think of Junie?
The kid? You know better than me. Keeps to herself.
He squints at her retreating form. Seraphim stretches in his suit.
I have to admit, it's nice to be back working, especially now we're the ones that reap the benefits. Feels good to be taking our fate into our own hands. I know it's been pretty rough out there. Back on Hexport, now here we're just likely to get shredded by debris as they find the damn data core. But aren't you glad we made a break for it? I mean, I am. I just don't want to speak for you.
I'm glad too. Seraphim smiles.
You better be. I didn't give up that little dark side cupboard I was living in for nothing.
He laughs at his own joke.
Look, once we've got a bit of space behind us, once we've gone the distance, if we even manage to get that far, don't feel you owe me. I'm no charity case. You want us to go our separate ways? Fine by me. Just do me the favor of telling me to my face.
That won't happen. Seraphim nods, but doesn't respond. After a moment, he shines his torch out into the dark, checking the rows of terminals all across the bridge. You watch the glittering dust as it eddies in the beam. Seraphim sighs.
Let's get to it.
You watch as he crosses the bridge, his torch probing the dark corners. You feel a chill run through your body as you imagine the people that once ran this ship. The Solheim crew, surely long dead. What was it like here before the collapse, when the system was the jewel in Solheim's crown? It's impossible to know. That history is lost to you now. All you can do is pick what you can from the ruins.
I'm probably gonna start getting ready for bed. I will see you tomorrow.
Later, Dot. Okay, chat. It's you and me again. All right, let me, I'm gonna reball my post for that, actually. All right, I gotta do my best, Seraphim. Dot Seraphim's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not really confident with my, Junie, but, I feel like I'm making it work. Dot's gone, so I gotta voice everybody now. Alright, reblog, and here we go. Alright. Derelict Bridge. Any good progress we can make? Dot Seraphim was really nice. I did also like your Nia. Oh, thanks. Alright, let's set this last one on the raw scrap. Coin flip. Here we go. Might as well do it. +2 derelict stress. That wasn't very good. Okay. What's this game's like? Okay, time since last autosave, 0 seconds. I love that. Okay. Bunks. We can't rest and recover. The galley. We can't make any meals. The engine. We don't have the feed lines. So, end cycle. Alright. Okay. I don't have a great spread today, but doing okay. Alright, here we go. Let's just knock this out from Seraphim. Here we go. Neutral outcome. Ooh, crisis active. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Alright, here we go. Junie, get the fuck in there. Junie. Just give me a second. There we go. They keep having like ambient dialogue pop up, so I gotta try and read those too. Okay. Let's see if we can get one more. See, can we push that? Can we push this one? Oh, +1 stress and +3 to lowest dice. I see. Okay, I think I fucked up the UI somehow. There we go. This game controls a little weird. Alright, there we go. Crisis averted. Alright, Seraphim, don't fuck this one up, please. There we go, got some raw. Okay, we're just harvesting scrap now. Fuck yes, we got 2 scraps already. So, that's cool. Reboot the system or track the pathways. Yeah, we'll set Junie on this one. It's probably our best option right there. Nice. Okay, getting some progress. This is gonna be a long one. Okay. Unfortunately, we're only risky right now. Okay, that's a +1. And a little more. Oh, not another fucking crisis. Shit. Okay. How is this thing breaking apart so much? Fuck. It's so late into the cycle, too. I know we're fucked. Oh god, no, negative outcome. Okay. So, here we go. I think we need to abandon getting scrap and just focus on fixing that fucking thing. Okay. Alright. So we gotta fix that crisis right now. Basically do everything in our power to not get any more derelict stress. And I'm pushing now. Yeah, fuck you. I need to guarantee positive outcomes on this. Okay. I'm taking on a lot of stress also, which is really bad. Okay, one more. Oh my god, you got a posse. Yeah, one more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't negative, don't negative. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright. Junie, this is all you. Please don't fucking destroy the ship. Okay. Not bad. This is also really scary, and this one's dangerous, but here we go. Come on, Seraphim. Oh, no. Okay. Last I was saved 32 seconds ago. Come on. Come on. Please. Please don't destroy it. Please, please, please. Oh, nice. Okay. Anyone do anything more here? No. Yeah, no. After that, we're fucked. So, go ahead and end cycle. Alright. Yeah, we gotta focus on just getting out of here. I've taken a lot of dice damage. And one of them is broken. Okay, so we gotta get that repaired. The broken dice can be repaired at the rig for a cost once the workshop is available. Which... it isn't right now. The workshop is not available. Alright. Junie. Again, no. We gotta start with everything that is guaranteed. Guaranteed non-negative. So start here. Okay. It's +1. Again, not really ideal. Add a bit more stress on it. I don't like that. Okay. Bing bong. Okay. Okay, come on, come on, come on. 3 more successes. 3 more. 3 more. Let's put Seraphim on this. Come on, make that roll, make that roll, make that roll. Come on, you can do it. Seraphim took some stress, but we've got one more success is all we need. Junie, it's all on you, baby. Come on. Oh, okay. Whew. Got it. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck you. Fuck my whole life. There's still more. There's still more somehow. Come on. Okay. Better not destroy that fucking core, y'all. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. 1 more supplies. Tomorrow is literally the last cycle we can do this. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see if we can harvest some scrap and not blow up the ship. We blowing up the ship. There was a horrifying lurch. You were sent spinning through the bay you were crossing in a hail of debris. You watch as the side of the bay silently tears open in front of you, a gaping black maw toothed with flying debris. You stare into it, your breath heavy in your ears, your eyes wide. Suddenly, you feel a tug on your back. Your tether. As you spin back from the sudden arrest of your glide, you see Seraphim holding on to the other end, reeling you towards him. You have to go, Sleeper! His voice comes urgently over the comms channel. This place is done! You both make your way up through the splitting derelict in silence, charting a path through what were once passages, but are now twisted tubes, like the intestinal tract of some dead creature. Eventually, you make it out onto the surface, and find the rig still tethered, but gashed with debris and scars. You and Seraphim exchange concerned glances. You're gonna pay for this! He looks over the damage. Let's hope she still flies. You tether together and push off from the hull, Seraphim guiding you through the debris. Below you, the derelict is exploding in slow motion, tearing apart into a swarm of razor-edged shards. All this, and no core, Seraphim fumes. Now the rig's torn up too. You don't have much to offer in answer. He's right. It seems the job was a disaster. You just hope it isn't terminal. It's gone. Judy's voice comes through faintly over the comms. She must already be on the ship. The whole ship is falling apart. No shit! Seraphim answers back. Contract's a bust! What a waste, Judy says quietly, and then the channel clicks off. Is there any way I can go back? I really would love to. Oh, that fucking sucks. I don't want to have to start from the top for this. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's not over. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't save scum. Yes. You know, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are focusing on getting out of this shit alive. We got 2 scraps. That's gonna have to be it. Supplies are empty. This is literally our last chance. No more fucking around. Let's get out of here. Let's get this fucking thing. Alright. First up, Junie. Isolate the core. Here we go. Better data core extraction. No damage to the core. Excellent. Slice. This one's 100% positive. Fucking go for it. Nice. And another one. Seraphim is not useful here, even a little bit. That is a bummer. That is too bad. And one of these, come on. Okay. And Junie, you're gonna have to be our last hope here, I think. No, it's not true. That's all my stress. That's it. We got it. We fucking did it. Extract the core from the Solheim derelict cleanly. That's the achievement. You watch nervously as Judy guides the core out of the cradle. A large ball, almost half your weight in diameter. It glides up out of the framework that held it, connections waving loose and cut. Her breathing comes through the suit's comms, loud enough to be picked up, and it fills you with tense energy as you watch. Over the course of this job, you have seen Junie both focused and distracted, nervous and precise, but you have not seen her any more confident than in this moment now. She floats beside the data core, handling it with care and skill, as if it was the vast egg of some endangered bird. She glances up and sees you watching her, and you notice something unfamiliar in her eyes. Something that you have perhaps seen in a passing moment before. Only now it is no momentary lapse or change. It is set in place. You see determination. She guides the core a little away from you with one hand, and at the same time comes forward, almost placing herself between you and her prize. And it does seem to be hers. I guess Discord reconnected and you got to hear another Kendrick scream. That was so fucking... I was like, why is that happening right now? So, Chad, I want you guys to know, in case you don't already, that my that my entry noise when I join a Discord channel is this soundboard noise in my server. Yes, that is the that is the Kendrick Lamar scream from one of his songs to Pimp a Butterfly. That is, it's a good noise. I like it. Smile. My God, that was funny though. That was hilarious. All right, here we go. Back to it. And it does seem to be hers in the way she handles it, the possessive way she screens it with her body. We need to talk. This statement comes flat and deadpan, any nervous tremble gone. Right now. Oh, hang on. What are you doing? Sleeper? She takes a deep breath. I want to be honest with you, but I need to know you won't take this from me. Judy glances around the cradle defensively, but Seraphin is already heading back to the ship to prepare the cargo bay for the core storage. You two are alone. Tell me, and we'll see. Fine. She folds her arms, but it's staying with me. Karsten doesn't deserve this treasure, Sleeper. Junie glances over her shoulder at the core. Do you know how many of these are left intact? She shakes her head. All he wants to do is wipe it clean so we can use it to interface with Hexport. All that data, gone! So, what do you want? I want to extract the data, to make use of it. You see some genuine emotion flicker in her eyes. She sighs. After extracting the data, the core will be unusable. There's a security system that will fry it if data duplication is attempted. I can delay the security response long enough to copy the data, but after that... You've done this before. She looks down. Yes, she meets your eye. This is why I came. Look at this place, Sleeper. She gestures to the cradle room, a dark and twisted cavern of long-dead tech. How many of these places are left? How many chances do we have to recover anything this old, this fragile? Like it or not, we live in Solheim's shadow, in their ruins. And yet we know almost nothing. What chance do we have of understanding how we got here when others like them, like Senatstad and Conway, are descending on this system? What can we learn from the core? I don't know, Sleeper. That is the point. She gestures around herself. We could learn our history and how the system was settled. We could better learn the technology we build our lives on. We can uncover Solheim's crimes and seek to make amends. She looks at you with pleading eyes. We could see beyond survival towards something else. You have never heard Junie speak like this, and you realize what you have taken for nervousness was actually control. This, the person in front of you, defending a decaying data core with their life, is the real Junie. But then you think of Lane, of the price he likely put on your and Seraphin's heads, and of the feed lines, without which leaving Hexport will almost be impossible. I have no engage, I cannot do that, I don't have any die, it's not possible. Explain about the feed lines. Junie listens carefully as you tell her about the deal with Karsten, the feed lines he offered you, and that both you and Seraphin are on the run. Then I'll help you. Junie doesn't flinch. We find another way to get those feed lines. Karsten is an idiot. They can hack a security, you can pull them out of there. Or Seraphin looks tough. Maybe he can grab them. She looks desperate. We can do it. We can do something. Don't you work for him? Junie glances away. Look, I knew you wouldn't take me if... She sighs. I might have misled you there. I knew he knew where the derelict was, and I heard your conversation. I've been keeping an eye on him. I know I lied, but I can help you. Let me strip the data from the core, and I promise to help you get the feed lines. She meets your eyes with intensity. It's a lot of information to take in at once. Let's do it. Yeah, easy. Thank you. Junie looks genuinely moved. This is a gift to all of us, Sleeper. I hope you'll see it like that. Junie turns to the data core, quickly gathering one of its loose connections. She takes out her deck and plugs it in, then crosses her legs and places it across them, floating tethered beside the core. Her fingers begin tapping at the keyboard, teasing out the core's data and whatever Solheim's secrets it might contain. As she does, Seraphim enters. He braces himself in the entryway. What's she doing? Junie doesn't seem to notice. I'll explain later. He eyes you suspiciously. I hope you know what you're doing, Sleeper. He nods towards the core. That's our ticket out of Hexport. You'll see. If you say so. You both turn to watch Junie stripping the core of its secrets. A little while later, once the core has been emptied out and its defense mechanism has scorched its seams black, you watch the metallic sphere spinning gently in the room and wonder if you have just made a terrible mistake. Contract failed. Well, go fuck yourself. You know what? We're gonna take some scrap. I think, yeah, we get full positive on this. No. Positive outcomes still gave derelict stress? Are you fucking serious? Oh, 15 seconds ago? Thank God. Okay. Save scum. Save scum. Save scum. Yeah, no, scrapping the thing, I guess, causes derelict stress every time, so, yeah, that was all we could do. Plus stress, plus crew stress. Oh wait, no, we can go home. Plus, minus 5 stress during travel. There we go. Nice. As you arrive into Hexport, Junie speaks up from the back of the cockpit. We are going to have to act fast if we want to take those feed lines. You and Seraphim exchange glances. You are both still getting used to this new Junie. We? Seraphim raises an eyebrow. Only one of us fried the core and stole all of its data. He looks you a look. He shoots you a look. And for some reason, we let you. We can make this work. What I'm wondering, Sleeper, is why we have to. Seraphim looks infuriated. I don't think Carson is going to take kindly to the idea that we brought someone pretending to work for him on the job and let her have his prize. He scoffs. He points at Junie like she is an object. Do you even know what she's up to? Junie looks between the two of you. Hexport hasn't exactly been kind to me. You two trusted me, even though I didn't deserve it. I'm not used to that. I want to repay it. Not to mention that Carson is probably ripping you off. Even if you get enough cryo, what's to say you won't raise the price? Trust me, he's no good. I was trying to deal with Carson to get to those derelict quarters from the moment I arrived here, and he ran me in circles. She shakes her head. Seraphim is watching her closely. Even if I do take you at your word, which given everything seems a little tough, how do we even do this? He raises an eyebrow. You are telling me we just drift in there and take the feed lines? Look, I get it. You don't trust me. But what if I have a vested interest in this working out? There's nothing left for me here. Not much I like hanging around waiting for Carson to figure out my involvement in all this. I need safe passage. You need the feed lines to grant it. See where I'm going with this? Seraphim sighs. I don't like it. But it makes sense. What do you think, Sleeper? We all get something. Exactly! Let me prepare. Out to Factory Row, scope the place out. Maybe there, and we can work out a plan. She glances between the two of you. Trust me, we can find a way. We'll keep it simple, clean. Let's get to it. Okay then, trust me, this is going to work. I'll go scope out the bay we need in Factory Row. We should split up. Less likely for Carson to suspect us. Maybe they're in a few, and we can finish setting up. Judy unclips from her seat, floating. I want to show you I can be trusted. That we can do this. She looks between the two of you. Believe that. Please. And with that, she slips away down the passage, towards the airlock and hexport beyond. You look at Seraphim. I'm saying nothing, sleeper. He unclips from his seat, too. Either this is the kind of mess you have to go through to get out the other side, or it's the kind you never escape. Either way, we are in it now. He leaves the cockpit. You stare at the chaotic lights of Hexport and wonder if anything in the starboard belt ever runs smoothly. Spoilers, chat. The answer is no, it does not. New location discovered. Judy's units. Okay. Carson cracked. Okay, that's when we need to steal the feed lines, and we do not have enough to do this. So let's see. I can't push because yeah, we are starving, so we should probably let's see. Have myself a little bite. Thank God. Okay. Let's see. Do we have a workshop where I can repair my broken dice? I don't think I do. Legally a bastard is talking about fuck yeah, fuck Seraphin's whole attitude there. No, I'm protecting this little baby with my life. Fuck off. Okay, this doesn't look very good, but it's the best we got. Here we go. Hey, positive outcome. Nice. And we'll go back to the ship. We don't have a whole lot of time to do this. Here, let's get some supplies. There we go. Supply capacity is full. Oh, shit. Hang on. Yeah, we can sell off that scrap. 16, not terrible. All that for 32 cryo, all that extra stress. I don't know if that was really worth it, but it is what it is now. Yeah, no workshop or anything where I can repair my busted dice is son of a bitch. How could there possibly be opportunities for a negative outcome here? How? There we go. -1 stress. End cycle. I gotta go off to bed for work tomorrow. I've really enjoyed this, and I hope you have a good rest of your stream. Thanks, Transform Boyfriend. Appreciate you. Yeah, how the okay, thank God they gave you a bunch of really easy dice. Holy shit. I'm so scared. Let's see. Alright. 100% posi, let's go. Yes! And one of these. Come on, positive. Come on, positive. Yes! Got him cracked. There we go. The sound of fist on keyboard wakes you from the scrolling code on the terminal screen. You turn to see Junie, a rare half smile on her face as she floats cross-legged with her deck in her lap. The blue light of the snap-on screen makes her eyes glint with glittering excitement. Got him! She shoots you a look. Carson's whole system is mine. You push away from your terminal to glide over to her screen. Running the map protocol now. I want to know about every little dusty corner of his network. Nice work. Hold on. We aren't there yet. It's coming up now. Seems Carson's pretty paranoid. His whole system is iced over some serious security. What are all these layers of... A red pulse flashes across her face, changing her features as it does. Shit! Her fingers dance across the keyboard. Something is closing the port! We need... Another red flash, and her screen goes blank. Junie's fists hit the keyboard again, harder. We've been kicked out. She's rapidly shaking her head. There's no way a salvager shop is of that kind of countermeasure. That's it. We're locked out. She looks over at you. It seems so. I think her friend Carson is involved in some nasty stuff. She rubs her forehead in thought. Wait! Her fingers fly across the keyboard, a screen flickering with commands. A complex node graph assembles on the screen, a mess of interlocking connections. The mapping protocol did enough, she points at the screen. All the security systems are there. She indicates a dark section of broken connections. We didn't get what's here, but it seems like we found some kind of archive. Nothing we want. So what now? Junie pulls the thumbnail drive out of one of her many pockets and slots it into her deck. Time to train my cat. Identify the program. Neutral outcome, check passed. You watch the code spilling across the screen and notice the addresses from the node map being marked and logged. It appears to be some kind of exploratory program. Ripperworm, perhaps? But why would Junie want the data from Karsten's network? You glance at Junie and notice she is watching you carefully. I can see you following along, but trust me, you haven't seen one of these before. It's a Katzenjammer. CAT for short. Basically, it takes a network map, finds the weaknesses, and when you hook it up, blasts the network with so much network noise and raw data, it becomes unusable. She smiles to herself. Any tech connected gets a killer headache. I built it to take the remnants of Solheim's security systems out of commission for old derelicts. I had one too many close calls. What'll it do to Karsten's shop? Pretty much fry anything on our map. Camera, shutter controls, alarms. It'll be pure chaos. She plucks the thumbnail drive out of her deck and hands it over, the cat head sticker on it catching the light as you turn it in your fingers. We've still lost access, of course. Judy turns back to her screen, bringing up another node map. But there's an old Solheim port from the original facility just outside Karsten's. Slot the cat in there, and it should be able to find a back door. How can you be sure? I spotted it on the map. Karsten's hooked up to the old fixed network. It's a classic weakness. This isn't going to be quiet. His whole system is going to get data blasted. It's not a subtle hack. You slot the cat, you get in, grab the feed lines, and run. Sounds like one hell of a risk. Seraphin's voice catches both of you by surprise as he slips into the dark and empty unit. Well... Junie pauses, looking between the two of you. It's our best option. Seraphin narrows his eyes. And where will you be while we run the gauntlet of scrambled security and make the grab? And Junie looks away. I can monitor how it goes down remotely. From here, or the ship. Seraphin gives you a look. You can tell he is finding it hard to trust Junie after everything. I trust you, Junie. She smiles a thin smile. Thanks. She starts to pick up her deck. But I'll find somewhere else to work from. Close to the ship, but out of your way. Junie shoulders her bag and glides to the door. When you are ready, slot the cat and go. By the time you're back at the ship, I'll be there. Don't leave without me. She shoots Seraphin another look and then slips out of the unit. Seraphin watches her go, then turns to you. The whole of Hexport is going to hear about this. You better be ready to go the moment you slot that thing. I'll be ready. Seraphin nods silently. I'll be at the ship, preparing the engine. We need to be ready to fit the lines as fast as we possibly can. Be careful. Don't stop for anyone or anything. He puts a hand on your shoulder. And don't even think about looking back. With that, he slips out of the unit, leaving you alone to consider what comes next. The thing is, input 1 Katzenjammer. Yeesh. Here we go. Security hatch, 1 Katzenjammer. Carson's place is locked up for the cycle. Shutter down. Alarms on. the denizens of Factory Row snaking past with deliveries and work orders. You hold your position opposite the shop and take a deep breath, waiting for a sign that this is going to work. You look at the thumbnail drive with its shimmering cat sticker sticking out of the old Solheim access port. You imagine the flow of data as the Katzenjammer seeks for an entry point into Karsten's system. You think of Junie, tucked away near the ship, watching you through the public networks. You think of Seraphin, deep in the engine room of the rig. Hurry the hell up, you think. Enough waiting. Then you hear it. A pulsating white noise spluttering, then screaming out of Karsten's shop. The shutter scissors up and down, the lights pulse, the alarm gurgles in confusion. For a moment, you are stunned into stillness. People stop in the street, then turn to look as the shutter's motors burn out in a cascade of sparks and acrid smoke. Now or never. Okay, got some negative on this, but we got this. Come on, do it. Neutral outcome. Let's go. Check past. You skirt around the people watching, using them as a perimeter. They are pointing and talking, some of them laughing, while others look concerned. You confidently push past them and glide inside, without looking back. It takes you a moment to gather yourself in the chaos of the shop. The wall-mounted screens scream out white noise, and the flickering lights make it hard to concentrate, but you keep your focus. You scramble over to the feed lines at the window, grabbing the bundle with both arms. They wave wildly in your grasp as you wrench them away and kick off from the counter, gliding back out into the passage. Your arching glide takes you with the crowd. You steer yourself through a gap at the gathering bodies and kick off hard towards the port. The feed lines wave wildly, but you grip them hard to your chest and don't look back. Seraphin better be ready. Your arms ache from clutching the feed lines, but you don't loosen your grip until you see the entrance to the docking bridge. Sleeper! You almost ignore the call until you realize you recognize the voice. Oh, it's Junie. Junie glides out to meet you, her hand on your shoulder, guiding you towards the bridge. I'm with you now! She shoots you a glance. What a show, huh? She laughs nervously. It was certainly loud. She smiles a little. Wish I could have seen the cat in action. You both glide down the docking bridge, Junie helping you with the trailing feed lines. From what you can tell, news of the chaos in Factory Row has not reached the port yet. You feel a flush of excitement as you enter the ship's airlock. This is it. You did it. You try to keep focused, but the elation makes your hands tremble. You take a sharp turn in the central passage of the ship and make your way to the engine room, the feed lines now unwieldy in the cramped space. Seraphin is waiting for you, shaking his head. Looks like we're in business, and on the run from 2 different people now. I'll take it from here. He quickly begins the process of connecting the engine to the subsidiary fuel tank. You watch, catching your breath as he works. How about you make yourself useful rather than just making me nervous? Seraphin said without looking up from his work. Go close the airlock and disconnect the bridge. You and Junie glance at each other. Both of you, now! Seraphin calls out. The 2 of you turn and make your way up the passage, your nerves settling now. You arrive at the airlock and reach for the control panel. Then you see him. Karsten, coming up the docking bridge. Fast. Interface, close the airlock, come on! Yes! Positive outcome, -1 stress. Your hands dance across the controls, inputting the closure sequence in seconds. The door hisses and closes before Karsten even makes it to the end of the bridge. You catch one glimpse of his retreating figure before the docking bridge's shutters scissor closed, blocking him from view. You hear a clunk as his clamps disengage. You are free. Seraphin rushes past, gliding up the passageway from the engine room. Come on! Get yourselves strapped in! You and Junie silently follow him, your head spinning, your thoughts racing. You slip into your seat as Seraphin punches the departure sequence. The rig begins to pull away from Hexport, Seraphin's hands at the controls. You close your eyes and feel the force of the shutters firing. And off we go! Let's go, baby! Ugh. Well, one of my drives failed, but what did I... Hang on. Active, complete. Complete board contract. Yeah, I did that. Get the feed lines. Yeah, we did that. Yeah. I guess well, it said we failed one. Interesting. What the? Seraphin's quiet question interrupts your thoughts as the rig cuts across the belt. Export is now behind you, drifting out of visual range. Its glinting lights now just a part of the background glow of the belt's thousands of reflective bodies. Whatever trouble you stirred up there, it has surely been left behind. Which is why Seraphin's muttering is worrying you. More trouble? Seraphin turns. There's a transmission coming out of Hexport. Some kind of evac order? Let me check this. Sleep. The voice, as distorted as it is, cuts through you. Lane. Let's see if I can do a good lane like that did earlier. I know you are there. Stay silent. Getting a wide channel broadcast. He rubs his shoulder nervously. They're warning people to alter their course away from the station. You are slipping away. A squawk of noise. But we can't have that. I take this personally, Sleeper. A sharp intake of breath. After all my investment, all my care extended upon you, and this is how you repay me. At least we're heading away, Seraphin interrupts. Maybe it's just a precaution. I see a little something glinting out there. Could that be you? Sleeper. You hear Seraphin calling, but you don't move. You don't breathe. All you hear is Lane's voice. You unclip from your restraint, drifting forward towards Seraphin. He gives you a wild look. Something isn't right. You don't feel right. A numbness grows in your body, your fingers flexing without your input. You reach out towards Seraphin. No, not you. Something reaches out to Seraphin, through you. A tension flickers in his eyes. Fear. A hissing silence. Then a rumbling blast. All at once, the rig screams. System seizing in electromagnetic paralysis. All at once, the rig shifts, carried on some shockwave of light, pain, then darkness. What the fuck? What? We're in unknown? Voices echo warmly through your mind. You can't quite make out what is being said, and any attempt to focus causes a growing flare of pain. So you let them fill the air, unidentifiable and soft. You are floating, and so you cannot yet feel your body or its weight. The feeling is pleasant, soothing, and yet the moment you realize this, it begins to fade. Something spasms in your fingers, and you flick it away. A sensation crosses the sole of your foot, and you kick your leg. A weight settles in your chest. You are awake. You open your eyes to light playing across a surface patterned with stained cushioning. You are alone. The voice is replaced by the hum of air cycling, the distant clank of maintenance systems. You are alone, and this is not your ship. You jerk upwards, against the straps that hold you loosely to the berth, suddenly confronted with the last things you remember. An overwhelming numbness, and below it, an insipid animating force creeping through your mind. You pull at the straps and free yourself, floating up into the small habitation room, cushioned and warm, your mind racing. What happened? You search back and remember only Seraphin's shouts, the sudden acceleration of the rig, and then darkness. A chill runs through you. Cold light fills the room, and you float over to the dark square of the window. You see stars, the bright pinpricks of drive trails, and skeletal docking bridges. This is a station. A sudden hiss draws your attention to the door, which slides open with a puff of equalizing pressure. Who is this? The entering figure jumps as it sees you are awake. You're up. They hesitate in the doorway. Who are you? They laugh nervously. Right! We didn't meet. They glance back out of the doorway, as if looking for help. I'm Bliss. They shrug, not sure what to add. Your crew are out. Sorry. They brought you here. Here? Right. They nod slowly. This is my room. They glance around. Not much, I know. We're in my repair bay. On the far spindle, if you know where that is. How did I get here? They look around at the room again. Come on, let's go somewhere a little more comfortable. They hold out a hand. You're safe. Don't worry. You follow them out into the corridor, gliding behind them. They move with the ease of someone who is either born in Zero-G or has spent most of their life in it. They guide you to an enclosed balcony, where heavily scratched, thick acrylic windows look out onto a chaotic-looking wet dock. At the center of the dock is the rig, scratched and worn, but still your ship. It's a reassuring sight. Is she okay? She will be when I'm done with her. Bliss sees you staring at the rig. Took some damage, but she's a hardy old thing. Your ship. You were lucky I heard your distress signal. You sense they are holding something back. I guess that expensive long-range array I was tricked into buying finally paid off. Well, at least for someone. You were out cold when I got there, and have been for all the cycles since. Your friend wasn't in great shape either, but he bounced back fast. I make a habit of doing that. Oh my god, he's so cunty this way. Oh my god. Good to see you up. He can't suppress a smile. Are you okay? He smiles. Don't start fussing over me, sleeper. I'm all good. Your eyes fall to Seraphin's bandaged abdomen. He notices and pulls his jacket over the wound. Certainly looks better than when you came in. You should have seen. Bliss stops abruptly after Seraphin glares in their direction. Here. Seraphin pulls a few chits out of his pocket. Catch. He slings them over to Bliss. That's all I could get for now. Working? In your condition? Seraphin sighs. Please. I'm fine. Bliss looks at you apologetically. I know what it looks like, but I'm sorry. I can't work for free. Keeping this place going is bad enough. I get it. Seraphin nods. We're just thankful you towed us in. We aren't freeloaders. Bliss looks between the two of you. I'll let you two catch up. They turn to you. Glad you're awake. We were worried. They pat you on the shoulder and glide back down the corridor. With Bliss gone, silence descends on you and Seraphin, both of you unsure what to say. Trying to see... Okay. Been a while since the last autosave. My voice is getting tired. What happened? What do you remember? Pain. Seraphin looks out of the rig. He takes a breath, steeling himself for what he has to say. Export is... He clears his throat. It's... gone. No way. Dropped off the map. No signals, apart from the one sent from fleeing ships. I don't know what happened. No one does. Your mind skips, unable to focus on the information you have just been told. You think of the constant activity of the bends, the rumble of Factory Row, Marston. Gone. By the time Bliss reached us, we had drifted out of range. They couldn't have seen it go up. But I saw, Sleeper. Something exploded. White hot. He rubs his arms, suppressing a shiver. A moment later, the shockwave was on us. The rig was crippled, Engine kept firing, but the guidance went offline, sending us arcing out across the belt. He drops a hand inside his jacket, pressing against the bandage on his skin. I managed to get her under control, but not before we started spinning. Our restraints came loose, and you weren't even strapped in, so we both got scrambled. He smiles a weak smile. Felt like being trapped in an auto wash. He turns back to you. I'm impressed you made it, to be honest. A flesh and blood human would have been smashed to pieces. He goes silent, the image a little too raw for him to continue. I can't believe it. You and all the belt. Seraphin sighs. All anyone is seeing is debris and radiation. I picked up a lot of ship transponders before the rig went offline. Maybe some people got out. He stops, unable to add anything more. You both float in silence for a moment. What now? One step at a time. You in a rush? We already owe Bliss for the work they did on the rig, and it isn't finished yet. A few more cycles, I've been told. Bliss won't hold us hostage, but I don't like to skip out without paying. Even if he could get the rig started up. Bad karma. Beyond that, we need work, fuel, supplies, and me to make sure you are okay. He counts off the issues on his fingers. After that, I haven't heard of anyone coming after us, and if they did, they'd have to come through Hexport, or what's left of it. The bar spindle is way out of Lane's territory anyway. They call this bit of the belt the Wash. The stations here run differently to Darkside. So for now, we have some freedom. Freedom to go broke, starve, and get into even more trouble, that is. In all honesty, I was hoping you might have some ideas. He pats you on the shoulder. We should keep moving. Well, we'll need cryo for that. There are plenty of places to go in the Wash. I'm not against putting more ground between us and Lane. Seraphin pauses and stares down. Look, Sleeper. I'm not sure I can work right now. I just got kicked out of a salvage yard for passing out on the job. Even with the pain meds I've been able to scare up. I can fly, that's for sure. But you're going to need some crew if you want to do any serious work. Sorry. Don't be. Seraphin nods. Thanks, Sleeper. He turns away. I'm gonna go take a rest on the rig. I'm wiped. You look out at the rig as he leaves, the warmth and softness of your waking moments now feeling like a distant memory. Is this what you wanted? Freedom? A chance to work for yourself, not Lane? Well, here it is, with all the problems and complications you could imagine. And at what cost? Could Lane have wiped out Hexport just to try to end you? You shiver at the thought. But if not Lane, then who? Theories cloud your mind. Dwell on them. Could it have been Conway? A drone or mind-drifting Starward? Senate staff, perhaps, with some plan to weaken the belt? Or a belt faction attempting to flip the board by intent or mistake? The belt had considered itself safe from the war brewing in the inner system, but now, Hexport's loss will be felt all across the Starward belt. But what does that mean to you? Your needs are much more immediate, apparent. Those must come first. You take a breath. Time to make a plan. Okay, you've gained some glitch. Glitch is a penalty you gain from repairing a dice and from Lane's attempts to hack your system. Well, glitch is represented by the glitch clock to the right of your dice. You can have a maximum of 6. Each level of glitch you gain will increase your chance of rolling a glitched dice at the start of a cycle. Each time you roll a glitched dice, you clear one level of glitch. A glitched dice has an 80% chance of a negative outcome when used, and a 20% chance of a positive outcome. Wow, that sucks. You find Junie in the airlock, her small collection of things crammed into her bag. I was coming to see you, I promise. She looks nervous. I was waiting for you to wake up, but Seraphin said you were okay, so... Sure you aren't sneaking off? She looks away. I don't like big goodbyes, that's all. While you were out, she pauses, the concern for you obvious. I was digging into the data I pulled from that core, the Solheim one. There's a lot of stuff in there, but it's impossible to read. Either I'm decrypting it wrong or I don't have the right cipher. Whatever it is, I think it means the data is important. Or at least it was to Solheim. I need to find someone to help me pick away at it, to crack it open. That's why I'm going. I understand. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh! She suddenly reaches into her bag, producing a handful of chits. Some of the data I sold, just so I could buy myself a ticket to where I needed to go. It's not much, but here's your share. Keep them. She pushes them into your hand. Don't worry, I get enough. Good luck, Sleeper. Tell Seraphin goodbye for me. What are you chasing? She freezes, caught off guard by her question. I know there's value, true value in that data, Sleeper. I know it, and I have a project to continue. When I can't, I won't abandon. Maybe I can tell you about it another time. She smiles weakly, posing up again. Well, she rubs the back of her neck. See you around. You watch her drift away down the docking tunnel and into the far spindle, with questions still bouncing around your head. Maybe, if your paths cross again, you might be able to get some of them answered. And wow, that's the fucking start of Citizen Sleeper 2. Jesus Christ. So yeah, looks like we've got debt to pay off. And wow, big ass station, this one. Wee, ooh, wee, wahoo, wee, yay. Damn. But I got some points. 2 points? 2 points, yeah. I could bank them for these, or we can get another one of these. Let's see. Oh no, that's a swap. I want to do this. -1 stress on focus die, positive outcome. Yeah, I like the look of that. Nice. So yeah, if you do focus and get a positive, you lose the stress that you just accrued, which is really cool. Nice. Yeah, so this is Citizen Sleeper 2. It's pretty good. I like it. Smile. So, yeah, I guess Nia is no longer available as a crew member because she just got fucking killed. I hope it wasn't like a failure or anything. I hope it could have like brought her along, but that sucks. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Everyone who stuck around for stream today, I hope you guys enjoyed this first Citizen Sleeper 2 stream. That was really good. I'm excited for more of this potentially. So yeah, I'm gonna go over here and let me see who I can go raid you guys out to. 918. I would go for longer, but like this is just so much goddamn reading, and like I can't handle this. I've gotta give myself a rest and eat a little bit and get myself in bed. So yeah, we might have more Citizen Sleeper 2 in the future. On more of the People's Fridays. Maybe this will go into the regular stream rotation, but it's really fucking good. Not really hot in terms of streams, but like no, this one's really fucking solid. So yeah, good goddamn CRPG. Nice to have another game like this around. Have something like this in the back pocket. Next stream is going to be actually, we're just gonna double check my lore. Okay, that looks so we might be doing something tomorrow. You guys will hear from me. It might be tomorrow afternoon, but I just gotta double check and make sure that it's happening. The communication has been very haphazard with the people I'm doing this with. So maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for something. Maybe you won't, but either way, the next stream after that for sure, absolutely for sure, is going to be on Sunday. We're going to be doing some more Pokemon Academy Life while we clear that game out, get closer and closer to the end of the current build of content. And the upcoming The People's Friday, which I actually made the poll before I started this because I was doing my due diligence, that one is currently a pitched battle between Another Crab's Treasure, Hades 2, Date Everything, Batman Arkham Asylum, and Blue Prince. If you guys are subscribed in the Discord server, go vote for that now. People have been liking Crab Souls lately, and that one's currently winning, so if that one gets it, I will not be upset. But in the meantime, I'm going to send you guys over to April. Currently doing more Sea of Stars, but it looks like something Pokemon related is happening, so go check that shit out. Honestly, that's just right for April. That's just usually how shit goes over there. Sea of Stars, also something Pokemon related is happening. Is just that's just the summary of her whole channel. Anyway, check that shit out. I'm gonna get myself some tea or something like that. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Alright, and stream is done.